com/guarantee for full details.
Out here, it's football season, where nothing beats backyard grilling, gathering around the fire pit, and cheering on your favorite team with friends. The yard is mowed, the lights are strung, and the grill is warming up. Whether you need to fill up your propane, get a new grill, or even a generator, out here, it's game day. And we're ready for it. Tractor Supply, for life out here.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
1, 2, 3. Yamamoto fires. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Ball game. And the Dodgers have taken a 2-game-to-none lead in this best-of-7 National League Championship Series. Yoshinobu Yamamoto goes the distance, and the Dodgers win it 5-1.
The Sedano and Kap morning show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
A little sabor? Give me a freaking break.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the güero on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Our guy, Ben Brust, ESPN Wisconsin, was a guest this morning on the Blue Review.
Which might be labeled, you guys should do one in Milwaukee called the Brew Review.
Right. Well, I don't know that we're going to do it this way because, Morales, you may lose it with this. Cappy, Sedano, you may not like this either. Lindsay Baseball. Do you know that while Ben was in the waiting room, waiting to get into Zoom, one of the hosts, we still have not uncovered who.
No, it was me.
Started complaining.
No, I purposely did it so we could ramp up this bit.
Chris is consumed in life with starting fights with people.
That's exactly
he just
true.
is absolutely consumed. And ending relationships.
But, Cappy's Cal Riley's a wall scraper, a roof scraper when he hits home runs. Cappy's more of a toilet scraper in the morning. Yep. But, we document that regularly on the show because of him.
5:58 a.m. this morning.
It's very regular.
5:58 a.m. this morning.
Doing this together.
And the Dodgers. Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap morning show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right now.
Well, you want to woo-woo? Bit boy.
Gotta win 2 out of 3 in LA to have a chance. That feels monstrous. Monstrous. Just monstrous.
Oh, you're a bad guy. Bad guy.
Hey, a couple things. Number one, the Yamamoto song in its full context is fantastic.
I like that song.
Okay,
huh?
let's start with that.
I
never heard the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
So
Put it on
let's
your
start
phone.
with that.
Okay.
The high key change really.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it's fantastic. Let's start with that. Number two.
How'd it go?
Can we do that one more time?
How'd that go, Lindsay?
So good.
Lindsay, one more time.
No.
Kill the music. Let's do it one more time.
You only give her one. She only
Here we
gives
go.
For a clean one.
3, 2,
1.
one.
No. I'm not doing it.
Come on.
I'll do it. I'll do it when you least expect it.
Wacky Wednesday bits. Come on.
Okay,
That's
it's
Wacky Wednesday. It's even better the second
7:03.
time.
Good morning. Sit down
And
at number 2, please.
Number two. Do you think that because I listened to the first game that Boog did between the Brewers and the Dodgers? Do you think I feel
Dodgers?
I think he did that more on purpose
You think
for
he
us
turned
as
it
like a
on?
nod to us.
100%.
He turned
We
it
said
on.
the same thing because it was his final call that he said it.
The other
Yeah.
guys, too, the Milwaukee guys, they also, every time they refer to them as the Dodgers.
Yeah, because I listened to game one on the radio and he did not do that. But
The
I feel like
Dodgers.
after talking to us yesterday, this was a tip of the cap to us
Yeah.
for sure.
The Dodgers.
By the way, I want to start with this earlier because somebody in the YouTube chat is saying, is Sedano wearing his shirt inside out?
No.
It kind of looks like it, actually.
No, it just looks like he's wearing like an undershirt. You know what I mean?
It is an undershirt.
Yeah,
Yes.
it kind of looks like one of those like Hanes. You get in a
Yeah,
three-pack.
it's exactly what it is.
You know,
No bacon.
It's a little Hanes V-neck undershirt.
Somebody
Oh,
else
nice.
says, love the V-neck, George.
I love a V-neck. I wear V-necks all the time.
Yeah, V-neck
What
is
I do.
great.
I'm a V-neck guy. I don't like a crew neck. I like a V-neck.
A crew neck's too choking.
And I don't like a crew neck on a sweatshirt either. I like a hoodie.
Oh, no.
But a crew neck, yeah, no, I don't do it. I'm a
I
V-neck.
love crew necks.
I'm a V-neck T-shirt guy.
A crew neck is like very 80s Marty McSorley. It's just not great.
Oh, really?
Marty McSorley. Shot at Marty McSorley.
I know, like there's just catching strays for no reason. This guy, Ben Brust, today from ESPN Milwaukee.
Poor guy.
8:05, he'll join us.
This guy is going to go off on you if he's got any balls at all. Because
If he's got any marbles?
Right, because you've been taking your shots at him. He went on.
He didn't take any shots at him, actually.
You talked about.
I took one shot, so you could hear it, and that was
not
it.
any. That's one.
That's one.
Yeah,
That's one.
and it ruined the kid's day.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I guarantee it. The whole day he was stewing, and probably by the latter part of the day, his wife's like, "What's wrong with you?" And he's like, "I don't know. Just like something's bothering me. I don't know what
This
it is."
freaking guy in L.A.
Right, and then he remembers this freaking guy in L.A.
Yeah.
You know, who
Apparently
I don't know
Bergman.
who he is, but he thinks he's like the biggest star in the entire company.
Well, that might be true, yeah.
But I mean, I don't even know who this guy is, and he's killing me, this guy.
Yeah.
And it pissed me off, and it really upset me. And don't you know who I am? I was in the Final Four. I got to take crap from this guy?
Yeah, seriously. I played in one of the biggest games in the history of sports.
Right. And by the way, isn't he also now like the Milwaukee Bucks? Like, is he one of the announcers on the broadcast?
Is he?
I don't think so.
Well, I don't know. I thought I read that this morning.
No.
Good research, Cap.
Well,
but he's part of
but
the.
what if I'm right?
He might be. He's part of the afternoon show, KNB.
Hey.
And it was ESPN Milwaukee. That's at 8:05 this morning. But first, Sedano, let's start rolling it. The Morning Wood. Thanks to our friends at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. I'm holding up the Morning Wood right now.
Let me get mine.
The Hernandez Wholesale Flooring Wood. The home of the hardwood.
There it is.
Yeah.
I got the nude white oak Tennessee wood flooring.
You would.
You would have the nude white oak.
I didn't mean to get the nude white
Very
oak. Somebody
on
gave me the
brand.
nude white oak.
On brand for you, Kevin.
Okay, yeah. It's nude. It's white. It's oak.
Yeah.
And it's from Tennessee.
Thank
and
you.
It's from the Hernandez Wholesale
If you're in the
Flooring
market for new
Call 'em.
flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, 866-624, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Shinato, I think the top story is pretty obvious.
Oh, yeah. I don't think there's any question where we're going today. I mean, the Dodgers. The Dodgers. Thank you, Boo. The Dodgers. Listen.
What?
Yamamoto, it was, I don't know. I mean, I love Bergman's response, which I saw many hours later after I was done doing dinner, because I had the phone on the game while I was at dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you go to dinner with any fancy people?
No, just Doris Burke, Dave Pash, and my wife, who's on this trip.
By the way,
fancy
for
people.
24 hours.
Fancy people.
That's pretty fancy. By the way, George, tell Dave Pash for me
Yeah.
how much I loved having him on the call of, I believe it was Pitt, Florida State last weekend.
Oh, yeah, he did the game. Right.
He was
Yeah.
great. And what really
He's fantastic.
What made me happy about it, though, I felt like, this is the 12 noon game on ESPN, 12 noon Eastern time.
Yeah.
So by putting Pash on the call, I thought, you know what? They think this is kind of a big game.
Correct.
And I thought he did a great job. So pass along to Pash
I will.
that I really thought he was awesome.
Yeah. I mean, do you want me to knock on his door? I think he's he's a couple floors down.
Just text him and let him know.
Okay. I
Hey,
will.
Pash, man. Hey, Pash.
Hey, Pash. My boy
Cappy,
Cap loves you.
Cappy loves you.
Yep.
He was happy that you guys exchanged Bill Walton stories for 6 hours one day.
Right. Right. That's right. But
That
now,
was an amazing shout. That was incredible. We got to find the date of that and just
use
play
it
it
as
out.
best of.
Just
We gotta-
play it on a Sunday
we gotta
randomly.
Use it as a Saturday. We do.
And now a sit down
Yeah.
with Scott Kaplan and Dave Pash.
Right. Talking about their friend Bill Walton.
The funniest part about that was Cappy, Dave Pash, who's worked with Bill Walton a million times, right? And has all these cool stories, and then Cappy trying to one up him, and I'm like, Cappy, well, can we just talk about Bill in a cool way? We don't have to one up anybody.
So much so that Sedano left the room and went and ate salami.
Right.
I did. Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
you handed him off to us like fresh meat. You were like, here, guys.
I did.
You're
And then
like,
I was
guys,
eating the meat.
You're like, guys,
Yes.
I'm out of this. You guys talk about Bill Walton, and that's what we did.
Yeah, I was having the charcuterie board while
That's
you
right.
were at his house
Right.
while you were talking to him. But anyway,
Wait,
I will
quick,
pass
quick,
it along.
Quick point of information just before we get into the Dodgers.
Yeah. The Dodgers.
Just so you guys know, I did do my research, and the headline is Milwaukee Bucks name Ben Brust, who will be with us at 8:05 in the morning.
Radio analyst?
Radio analyst.
Okay. There you
That's
go.
awesome for
Just
Ben.
wanted you to know. So more to the point.
What's the point?
The point is this kid doesn't need to get beat up by a guy
He's
he
not
doesn't even
getting
know.
beat
Get
up.
beat up on him.
And he
is what
does
you
know
did.
me. We've
He
been in
doesn't know
meetings
you.
together.
He doesn't have any clue who you are.
You have no idea.
He has no
who
idea.
you are.
Zero.
No, he knows who I am.
No, he
especially
doesn't know
now
who
he
you are.
does.
Well, he does now.
Right.
You
That's
want
a
to make your
different
presence
deal.
felt because now you're looking for endorsements in Milwaukee. We get it.
I am. Hey, it's Morales for cheese curds. Anyway, rolling.
So anyway,
Back to
listen,
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto, that when he gave up the home run, I was like, here we go.
Here
not
we
in,
go.
Not in a Steelers.
Here we go. Dodgers.
Right,
Here we
not-
go.
Right, exactly. I'm like, come on.
Dodgers going to. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I was like, okay, come on, man. Like, this was not the start we needed. And then, he settled in nicely. I will say that. I was very impressed with him being able to battle back, considering his last start was not great. It wasn't terrible, but it was not great, let's say. And so I texted in the group. I said, Greg, are you still not worried about his last start? And he was like, ugh. But by the way, Greg, great photos from you at Cosm yesterday, which we can get to later.
Lovely photos.
I don't think I've ever seen Greg happier in any place
It's not like
in
when
his
I was
life.
behind home plate. That
smile.
game
Oh, that
with-
one
with
photo.
Gabby.
The smile on his face.
Can we put that up there? Does Parker
precious.
have that?
The
Of
kid's
course
never
he's
been
got it.
happier.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, he was so happy with this last night. But
I somehow made my way to Milwaukee, so yeah, I was ecstatic. It was
right.
ecstatic.
He was like, "Hey,
behind
Mom,
home
look,
plate.
I'm behind home plate. I'm in Milwaukee." But
By the way, sorry, I'll let
Yeah.
you go. But my mom just saw it on Instagram, and she said, "Wow, you're at the playoffs! Congratulations!"
Oh, that's so funny. That is hilarious.
Well, the thing about Yamamoto is this,
Yeah.
and what I really thought was awesome last night. You go back to game one where Blake Snell goes 8 innings. And I think a lot of people were hoping that you wouldn't see anybody from the bullpen. And by the way, that included Sasaki, not having anything to do with his past performance, but rather it was more like, let's see Blake Snell finish this thing off.
Right.
And then I don't know exactly why Dave Roberts chose to do this, although I was happy that he did. The fact that he went back to Yamamoto and didn't say, hey, I'm bringing in any one of these guys because he's already gone, 8 innings. And don't forget, George, there was also a 5-1 lead. So I'm not saying that 4 runs is protected by this Dodger bullpen, but it's at least enough of a lead that you might say, okay, we've worked him enough. Let's get him out of there.
And what I would add to that is this, and I'd love to hear Greg's thoughts on this, is that you also have you give the bullpen a day off. The guy's cruising, but they kind of are a mess. They know they're a mess. I think even just having that day off of not having to throw anyone in there, I think could give them a bit of a reset.
No, it totally has. They were used so much during the year. And now, if you actually go back in this series, they've only used 4 pitchers. They use Blake Treinen for 1 pitch, and they use Rocky for just a couple of, not 1 pitch, but 1 batter, 2 batters. And Rocky for very little as well. So that's it in the series. That means this entire bullpen has not actually pitched since last Thursday against Philadelphia.
Right.
So when we get to, it'll be a full week by the time they get back to L.A. on Thursday where they haven't pitched at all. They should be nice and rested, and if they are to be used, this is the time.
But you know what, guys, we're only 2 games into this series, okay? And as far as I'm concerned, this thing's over, done. You don't go on the road, win 2 games, and then have an opponent come to your house and take 2 out of 3 to bring it home. This thing's over. Now, it may not necessarily be over in 5. I don't believe that these guys will ever have to go back to Milwaukee, but I guess I'll leave a little bit of an opening as a possibility. But this thing's over. But here's the thing. Even though it's only 2 games in, you're seeing now what Andrew Friedman, to his credit, built at the beginning of this year, which is it's all about starting pitching. And we talked about this from the very beginning. How deep can they go with starting pitching? And as I recall at the beginning of the season, what were we, guys? About 7 or 8?
Like 8 or 9, maybe more.
We were super, because Sasaki was a starter at the time.
Correct.
So you were like 8 pitchers deep. And so as bad as the season was, particularly right before the All-Star break, and it took a long time to get to the last month of the season, but since then, the starting pitching, especially getting Blake Snell back, obviously, has been unbelievable. And that's what this team was built to do, because last year when they won the World Series, even though they won the World Series, they were like, hey, our starting pitching kind of fell apart. We had to use our bullpen. That's how we won. Let's rebuild our starting pitching and go deep. And it's kind of worked exactly to plan.
And it's also, again, we talked about this a little bit yesterday with Boog. It's contrary to what they did last year, right? Where the bullpen, the team was built around the bullpen last year in a lot of ways. And that's just not a sustainable model because bullpens are so volatile, right? So because of that, You can do that for a year because the bullpen is rolling or whatnot. Your gutty little Padres, for example, had a great bullpen, and that was kind of what carried them to their place in the season. But yeah, like that's just not a sustainable model every year. I remember, what was it, 2015 Bergman, the year the Royals won, and they also did something like that.
But they had three guys in the bullpen that were just incredible.
Right, insane. Right, yeah. But I'm saying, like, you can't do that year in and year out. Like, it's just not possible. So, yeah, like, you have to build your rotation. So, Andrew Friedman, again, why I call him the smartest guy in sports, arguably, he's smart enough to realize that. Now, we can make the case that, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. I mean, nobody's building a perfect team, even with all the money they have, because you can't count on human beings always performing like robots. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and to that point, I mean, you think of I think of Otani as like a robot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when
look, he's not necessarily. I mean, he's had a rough postseason.
He is
right?
not. Yeah. I mean, when he got a hit last night, I was downstairs here at LA Live. I was in the Lazy Dog, and every TV in the place was on.
By the way, he spent 4 hours at the Lazy Dog. We'll get to that later.
Cappy.
Yeah.
I don't know about 4, but I probably spent at least a good.
No, you were there.
359.
But you were there for lunch with Beto, and then you were there like 2 hours before I got downstairs.
I had a split shift yesterday. That's right. I had a split shift at the Dog yesterday. You may be right, Chris. I might have spent a total of 4 hours.
Wow.
But Otani, I look at him and I go, God, he is a robot. He's a machine, the guy. Yeah. And when he got a hit last night and an RBI. You can put it together with his 3 strikeouts. I mean, when he put the bat on the ball and the ball was in play and it was an RBI, the crowd went crazy because everybody knew this has not been going well. In fact, what is the number? What are the numbers now, Bergie? Do you have any idea what his playoff numbers are?
Isn't it
total?
like 2 for like 25 or something?
Yeah, it's right around 2 for 25.
Yeah,
not exact, but that's right about right.
Yeah, but the place went crazy because, my God, he finally hit.
Yeah.
So think about what the Dodgers are doing without him.
See, when you said you thought he was a robot, I mean, it reminded me of Duke in Rocky IV. You see, he's not a machine; he's a man.
Right.
When Rocky cut Drago.
Yeah.
Good job, George.
He is. He's a man. He's a human being.
Yeah.
He puts his pants on the same way we do.
No. You got to have the fire for Rocky IV that Sedano and I do.
Okay.
Have you watched Rocky IV
I have
recently?
watched it, but not recently.
We should do
Oh, come on.
We should watch it one night at East Central.
As a group.
A watch party?
Yeah.
That's what we should do.
33% of the movie is like just like random musical.
Can we fast forward through that part?
No, because they're the best parts, actually.
Okay.
Can I get a "You Can't Win," Sedano?
Yeah, You Can't Win starts There's No Easy Way Out.
Oh.
There's no easy way out.
That's when he gets in like
There's no
the Ferrari.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he gets into the Ferrari, starts driving. Yeah. He's thinking about Apollo dying, right? Yeah.
He's got the poofed up hair.
Yeah,
so good.
Sad.
Yeah. But spoiler alert, Apollo died.
Oh, come on, man. Why'd you do that to everybody? Really?
Like a 40-year-old movie.
Rude. That's so rude. Yeah, but Otani's not a machine. He's just a man. And sometimes as a man, my brother can strike out 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And he did last night again.
Exactly. But Gregory Arthur Bergman, what else did you guys do in the Blue Review today? What were the bullet points today?
So we talked a little bit about a lot on Yamamoto. The fact that he was able to go all 9 innings was amazing. Kike Hernandez, Kicktober is a real thing. This
God,
is
it's unbelievable.
Every time.
That's so good, man.
Yeah, Kicktober.
It's unbelievable.
I'm not seeing what the problem is here. I got Kicktober.
All right. Okay.
Teoscar Parker, help me out on this. Kicktober. Yeah, but no, Teoscar Hernandez doing something that besides the home run, him just sprinting up the line on ground ball out to third base. Yeah. That is what really made me happy, just to see him actually putting in the effort on the base pass, which he was not early.
And how about what we were talking about yesterday? We were like, hey, on the double play where the ball hit the glove, the wall, the ball that was thrown in, and he was out on a force at home, we were like, nobody's paying this guy to be the thinker on the bases. You're paying this guy to hit bomb home runs.
Yeah, he's Pedro Serrano.
That's exactly what he did.
That's all he is. That's what he is. He's Pedro Serrano.
He always makes up for it. He has time and time against the Phillies. He made up for every single mistake that he made, and he did it again yesterday.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Teoscar Hernandez, Andy Paez, and Kike. Finishing out Hispanic Heritage Month with a bang yesterday.
I was actually hoping that Otani was celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month and that he would come through last night. You know what I mean?
Well, you got today. Today is the last day.
Oh, today's the last day?
Yeah, the 15th to the 15th.
Well, I don't know if I like that. Why is
I don't either. I think we should just have a whole month.
Yeah, Hispanic Heritage Month should be from October 1st to October 30th.
No, because Mexican Independence Day is September 16th.
That's right.
That's why it starts on the 15th.
Okay, so really?
Yeah.
So why don't we do like a month and a half then, just to make things even?
That's fine.
I don't like the middle of the month ending.
I mean, they give you Cinco de Mayo, so I'm cool.
10:19. Good morning. Or said 10:19. 7:19. Good morning on this Wednesday. Tell us about our friends Cappy and Sha at Prize Picks.
Oh, yeah. Listen, Prize Picks. If you want sports action in the state of California, Prize Picks is the place to be. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. Your first $5 lineup gets you a $50 lineup bonus. And look, it's very simple to play Prize Picks. It's more or less. There's a stat projection on every player imaginable in every sport imaginable. You go more or less on those stat projections. You bundle a couple together, you can win cold hard cash, Cappy. It's very simple.
And now, one of my favorite new features, and there are a couple of new features on Prize Picks that I really love, but one of my favorite new ones is stacking players. So, for example, I play Otani.
Stack them.
I play Otani almost every night to hit a home run. And by the way, had I done that during the regular season, 33% of the time I would have won.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going to take Otani and I'm going to stack him for a home run. But I'm also going to take Otani for a strikeout because he's been striking out a lot. As a matter of fact, last night, the last strikeout that he had, I mean, dude, it was like so bad for a player of his caliber and a hitter that has done what he did to just flail away at the ball as his helmet is flying off of his head. It was pathetic, man. But I'm going to stack Otani for a home run and a strikeout. The other really cool feature that I like now on Prize Picks is it's become its own little social network of sorts. So I can follow you, Ron the Caddy. You can follow me. And now I can see your picks. You can see my picks. And it's not just us that, we're following each other. It could be celebrities, whatever. So there's now a whole new social component. So download the Prize Picks app. Use the code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. Make your first $5 lineup. Get $50 in free lineups. Follow each other. Let's win together. Gosh, let's have some fun playing Prize Picks, guys.
Prize Picks. It's good to be right, Cappy.
7:21, by the way, Ron the Caddy. I did like a whole segment of him yesterday on the afternoon show. Not about him.
Oh, my God. Speaking of which, did you really just talk about Cappy and Trudell the entire day, the rest of the day?
I wanted to brief everybody on the bit, and all of them, everybody agreed. And John, who obviously has been in the business, and when I say business.
Why don't you tell us on this side? Because I'd love to hear what John thinks.
All right.
Me too.
Oh, he didn't have much.
Oh, there it is.
He didn't have much, but yeah.
There's no shortcut home, Cappy.
No shortcut.
We'll do that. We'll talk about Cappy. And if you
Musical
missed it
montages.
yesterday,
Yeah.
we'll talk about Cappy being an absolute scumbag.
What about you?
Degenerate.
How about you and you're being a scumbag? How about
Maybe.
that? I mean, come on. Hey, more balance the scumbag.
I don't want to drag you down, but I'm feeling like a prisoner, like a stranger in a no-name town. I see all the angry faces, afraid that could be you and me.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
East Central Hotel, the official downtown home away from home for Cappy and Morales. EastCentralHotel.com.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Waba Grill is an LA original, so we've got to keep it real. Real fresh with our Asian-inspired menu that's grilled to order every time.
Pick me up and never put me down.
Real quality with our marinated proteins like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Real flavors with our signature sauces from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app today or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, keeping it real every day for you.
LA, get ready. The 52nd annual Los Angeles Korean Festival is back October 16th through the 19th at Seoul International Park in Koreatown. 4 days of amazing food, live K-pop, and traditional performances, arts, culture, and fun for the whole family. Best part? Admission is free. Don't miss one of LA's biggest cultural celebrations, the LA Korean Festival, October 16th through the 19th. For details, visit lakoreanfestival.org.
Tonight at 10/9 Central on BET, the new series 106 in Sports.
Oh, it's on now.
From executive producers LeBron James and Maverick Carter.
A new top 5 sports countdown.
Ooh-wee.
girl, we about to kill. With hosts Ashley Nicole Moss and Cam Newton. We are talking sports, culture, and entertainment.
We got people from the NFL, they're coming from the NBA.
And don't forget the WNBA. 106 in Sports. New series premieres tonight at 10/9 Central. Only on BET.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. You know, we joke around a lot that I almost died, which I almost did. I had severe heart failure. That's when I went to a Providence hospital in the emergency room. And here's the thing about heart care. It begins with trust. That's why Providence takes the time to listen, understand, and earn yours before making any decision about your care. For me, if it wasn't for Dr. Cobb and Katie Cornella at St. Joe's in Orange, they made me trust them and they made me know. And my health and my life were going to be even better once I got out of the hospital. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Just one thing makes me forget. Red,
726, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Wednesday. On this day in 1988, the number one hit, UB40. Red Wine, Cappy. Today is also National Cheese Curd Day, which makes sense because at 8:05, a friend from ESPN Wisconsin, Ben Brust, will join us because Cappy made him an enemy now.
Wait, you called him a friend?
Yeah, he's a friend.
He ain't a friend of yours.
Yeah, he is.
No, he ain't.
Wait, how did Cappy make him an enemy?
I'm just doing a shtick.
Oh, okay.
Doing shtick, man.
You know why, Linz? Because everything's a bit.
Yeah, it is.
That's right. I agree. I agree. Everything's a bit.
If everything's not a bit, then what's the point of any of it?
Right? No, it's all. Hey, listen, you live a happier life when everything's a bit. Like, for example, today you get into an argument with your boss at work, or your boss tells you he doesn't like what you're doing, or she says,
well,
hey,
no. Don't give people that advice.
No. It's
you
got to
have enough equity to pull it off.
You tell your boss, you go, hey, boss, just a bit, man. I know I didn't hit my numbers. It's just a bit.
Well, no, see, here's the difference.
Oh, tell me.
You got to hit your numbers.
Oh.
Then you got the equity. Then you can do the bit.
Then you say it's a bit.
Yes.
Okay.
But if you don't got the numbers, then you got no equity. Then you can't do the bits.
All right. Well, take the advice from both of us. Use it the way you want to use it. My suggestion is that anytime you get into any issue of any kind in life, like, for example, a cop pulls you over. You ran a red light. Cop pulls you over. Like, hey, you just ran a red light. You go, just a bit. Just joking around, man.
But do you have the equity?
What's the problem?
Meanwhile, speaking of equity, speaking of bits, George teed it up. So yesterday, I wanted to tell everybody across the day, because it was a live Imaging Tuesday presented by our friends at Providence.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, the terrestrial people may not have heard what happened yesterday.
Exactly. Oh, that's right, because it broke out in YouTube.
Oh,
yeah.
So, basically, and you will hear the entire thing on the Sedano and Kap Saturday morning special, Saturday morning at 8 a.m. What?
Basically, why?
Oh, basically.
Basically, why? What George Lopez says. He always says, he goes, my smart cousins are the ones that use big words like basically. Basically, why? Oh, the basically, why?
What had happened was.
Yeah. So go ahead. Basically, keep going.
I don't know what that was, but
No,
okay.
basically,
Anyway.
That's a George Lopez bit.
I got it. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we had Trudell on because we had Trudell on to react to you exposing yourself to us.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Right, because all I did was I asked you. I said, "What's up with?" Because we were talking about the Lakers, and we were talking, and Trudell came up, and I said, "Oh, Cappy, what's up with you and your like? Are you guys bunking together in New Orleans still?"
Because that was established that you would ask Trudell. So here's the thing: you have a daughter at Tulane.
Right.
Coming up, the Lakers are going to play the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Correct.
It's a road trip.
Yep.
And then Tulane's playing a football game, so you wanted to make this like a weekend with your daughter.
Correct.
So you would, I don't know who offered first.
Trudell said to me, he goes, if you ever want to go on a road game for the Lakers, I will get a 2-queen bed room and you crash with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Queen.
So that's where it started. And we thought that was a bit in and of itself.
Right.
Was you sleeping with Trudell in separate beds was a good bit.
Yeah.
Especially considering you're not that tight with Trudell yet.
Right.
George and I and all of us, we've known him almost a decade, if not longer. Anyway, then it comes out, all Sedano does is bring that up.
Yeah.
And then you divulge to us, which is like throwing red meat to sharks. I don't even understand why you did this. You tell us that you actually hit him up for more.
Right.
So first you hit him up for tickets.
Well, that was like an offer from him. He's like, hey, we'll get tickets.
I don't know if he offered or you asked him.
No, it was pretty much his offer.
Okay. Well, that's your interpretation.
Right.
And he said, yeah, I think that's doable.
Yeah.
Not yes, 100%, but that's doable.
Yeah, like no big deal.
Which
Not
come
that
to
big.
find out,
Yeah.
Ireland quickly said when I said that he said that's absolutely not doable in the NBA.
Oh, really?
Because it's a Pelicans game.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing.
Okay.
But then after he says, yeah, that's doable, the next day, I believe, you hit him up again.
No, you got this chronology wrong.
Well,
no.
okay, maybe the timeline's a little screwed up, but
Yeah.
ultimately, was it right after?
That was in the same conversation.
Okay, so it's the same conversation. You say, maybe I'm overstepping and asking this, but...
You got to set ground rules in a relationship,
right.
You know?
But you basically say, can I actually get a hotel room for 3 days?
Not exactly how I said it.
At the team hotel, which, by the way, will be a 5-star hotel in New Orleans.
Of course.
So you can imagine the room rate in your head.
Right.
Right. And here's the thing. You asked for several days. You said, I'm going to be there for several days.
Yeah.
Can you get me the team room rate?
Right. So amazing.
Yeah.
Schmancy hotel for these several days,
Right.
which, by the way, the Lakers are on a back-to-back, so they're really only going to be there for less than 24 hours.
Yeah, I didn't look at that.
Yeah. So that means he was going to ask the traveling secretary if he could get you, a non-Lakers employee, the room for several days at the employee Laker room block rate.
Correct.
So I used this whole bit. So then we had Trudell on to react.
Right.
Which Trudell, you also said to Trudell, not for air.
Yeah, I did.
Because you didn't want us to get a hold of this.
Well, right, because I wanted to control this. I either wanted to say it on the air or not say it on the air.
Right.
But
Which you
did.
did.
I was going to be in control of it.
I mean, he didn't. He did not. Right. The fact that this came up through you is the hilarious part.
Of course.
So as you were telling this yesterday, and this was playing out, I felt icky.
Yeah.
Not from a usual way where we're doing innuendo. I felt icky because it was really uncomfortable. Like
Not for me, it wasn't.
it's like watching a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode.
Yeah.
But you're right in front of me, and it's like, you really asked him for this?
Yeah.
It's icky.
Okay, you have it your way, I'll have it my way.
But then I took this fodder.
Yeah.
And I used it all day long.
Yeah, I know. Because what would you do without me? Honestly,
Exactly.
like, you'd have no
And I
content
talked
without
to-
It's like
Based
you're,
in
you know what,
Ireland.
Cappy?
Director of
You know what
content.
you are?
Yeah.
You are to Chris what LeBron is to you.
Exactly.
Right. I am the director of content at this radio station. I direct the content. From now on, I want the new title.
Well, that's Greg's title, so take it.
Wait, I thought that was your title.
No.
What is your title?
Consultant.
Oh, I want to be the consultant then. Consultant to content.
Nevertheless, John Ireland's response was, he did what?
Yeah.
And I said, John, has anybody, I mean, John's been in the business, meaning NBA play-by-play and or involved with the team for what, 30 years?
Okay.
Never has anybody ever asked him for this.
That's what makes me unique.
I guess. But also what makes you kind of icky.
Yeah, well,
then when I brought it up to DeMarco and Travis, because DeMarco's got his experience with you asking for stuff as that promo plays.
Right.
He goes, I'm not surprised.
Right. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not embarrassed by it. I'm not backing down from it. I don't feel icky about it at all. I feel like I know how things go. And I hold Mike in high regard. I suspect that everybody in the Lakers holds Mike in high regard. I thought his offer to me, which was, hey, I'm willing to share my room.
Which I thought was nice and
I thought it was
generous.
super sweet, very generous. I felt like it was sincere. I wasn't 100% positive, but I felt like it was sincere. And I really, really just did not want to take him up on the offer, and I didn't want to insult him in any way. So I was kind of thinking, well, maybe if I just act like I could stay at the same hotel, which, by the way, I couldn't afford to stay at that hotel, even with the Laker room rate.
First of all, you say that.
Yeah.
And that was Travis's thing.
Yeah.
He said Scott Camp. Why is he even staying in his room? Scott Kaplan can't afford a hotel room.
No, I can.
He's
afford a
made
hotel room.
gazillions.
No, I'm not making zillions, but I
No,
can afford a hotel
you've made
room.
gazillions. That was Travis's point.
I've probably made good money in my life, but I will tell you, and I'm not embarrassed about this at all. I imagine your life where you have to start over.
I get that.
Because
we don't need to go Radio Ronaldo.
Cappy, how's the divorce going?
No, don't do that to me because it's an important point of it all. I lived a life.
Are you going to Radio Ronaldo yourself?
That's what I would say.
Hey, listen, I was completely flat broke. In fact, not just flat broke. I was hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. Hundreds of thousands. So in my mind, I'm still in that world where I can't afford anything.
But you can.
And I got a sort of middleman thing.
I've been to your house.
That's true.
It's quite a house.
Yeah, it's a nice place.
Nice, very nice place.
It's a nice place.
Well, you also, I will say, Cap,
Yeah.
like, props to you for the way that you treat your children because, like, where I come from, like, we had to pay, like, I had to pay for college myself, you know? And, like, the fact that, like, you and a lot of people here, George, too, like, you have, like, a college fund saved up for your
No
kids.
college fund.
Or you did.
No,
or
she's
you-
talking about me.
Yeah, like, George is a college
The
you
segment
help
got
your-
away from us, George.
Yeah, you see? Look
Your
what you
kids
did.
help you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You help your kids with college. I feel like that's a very, first of all, it's expensive as hell. And second of all, like, not a lot of people have the opportunity to do that. So it's how you spend that money.
By the way,
Same.
that'll be in the Saturday special.
By the way-
Lindsay actually complimenting Cap.
Thank you, Linz.
This got flipped. Yeah, this was supposed to be. This was supposed to be making fun of you,
How
and
did
it turned into.
Sedano and I got flipped on our backs on this one.
You flipped the script because this was supposed to be us making fun of you, and it turned into you Radio Ronaldoing yourself.
Myself.
Now
Right.
I feel like I'm in a Ron the Caddy video.
You know, I feel I feel icky for the things that you just did. I feel icky.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what happened.
Yeah.
The Dodgers.
But I'll tell everybody this. I'll always send this last message. I'll always say this.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Nothing hurts worse.
Yeah.
Than when, and I say nothing hurts worse. That's probably a bit of an exaggeration. But when you were in the situation that I was in, it was a very, very bad place to be. I've dug myself out.
The situation with Trudell asking him for the room.
No, now that situation I have no issue with. Because here's what you guys
Hopefully
don't
no one
understand.
ever has to deal with that.
Here's what you guys don't
Have
understand.
you dug yourself out of that yet, though?
I have not.
Okay.
But here's the good news, is that Trudell now knows that while I appreciate his graciousness and his generosity, I cannot stay with the man in his hotel room.
Why?
I just don't want to
You've
do
stayed
it.
in a hotel room with me.
Yes, but we're very close,
So that
you
was
and
just
I.
a bit.
Yeah, and that was just a bit.
I mean,
That's
I
right.
slept, and that was when I was much larger, so I was snoring.
True. Very true.
Now you sleep next to me, I'm quiet as a bug.
Yeah, no, I really thought it was very sweet of Mike, but I can't do that to him. I can't take him up on, yes, share your hotel room with me. So thinking, hey, you know, he won't be able to do this, but you know what? I'm just going to act like, hey, why not? I can stay in the same hotel. Maybe you could help me out, get me the team rate, whatever.
Yeah.
And by the way, I know it seems very unique that someone like me would ask someone like him that, but I hold him in such high regard, and I'm sure the Lakers do too, that if he really, really, if we were super close, like if I was his brother, you can actually pull this off.
No,
But I'm
he's
not.
actually said that he's never even done that for his own family.
This is amazing. Cappy's now going to try to spin the script all the way around that
bring it
Trudell
back.
could do it.
No, I'm not blaming Trudell. I actually don't blame him at all. You know what I loved about Trudell? The best part of Trudell is
That he said he'd ask?
Is that he didn't tell me like, hey, bro, what am I, your traveling secretary? Get lost, pal. Like he could have been like that, but instead he was super sweet about it. He was like, hey, I'll see what I can do.
He's a
man.
mensch.
Right.
Yeah.
And by the way, just so you know,
yes,
I get hit up all the time for lots of stuff, and I do my best to come through for people.
Oh,
a
I'm well
lot.
aware, because guess
Okay?
who you then hit up?
Who did I
Do
hit
you
up?
ever tell people to get lost, though, Cappy?
Who'd I very rarely.
Jason Ray.
You then hit up all of us.
For what?
Jason Ray in the YouTube chat. You're right. I am a schmuck because I started this, and this has been 10 minutes of this, and it doesn't need to be 10 minutes of this, especially when Cappy did the Flismo
I
flop
flipped
on
it.
us.
Yeah, he flipped it.
I flipped
Yeah.
the whole thing on you
By
guys.
the way, last thing.
Is Trudell in the same hotel as you right now, George?
No, I don't know where they're staying.
Oh, okay.
Travis was most.
They got here last night.
Travis
So they had
was
Phoenix
most
last
appalled by the fact that you took a screenshot of his wife once on Instagram story.
I also don't remember that.
You told him you did it on the air.
I don't
yeah,
remember.
you told them on
but,
the air.
But
you
remember this. I always tell you guys, when the clock hits 10 a.m., I have this
That's
thing
it.
where
Erased.
I have to get rid of it. It's like I have to put it in the trash
Right.
and then delete it. I
Yeah.
can't remember what goes
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That
look.
was appalling, was it? I don't remember.
Travis was just like, Wait a minute, he did that?
I
was
don't
like,
remember
yeah.
that.
It's just a bit, Cap.
It was just a
is.
bit. Just a bit.
All right, well, let's get back to the Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
The Dodgers.
Yeah. So, Berg, let me ask you this.
Yeah, ask him.
Go ahead.
Yamamoto. Year one. I mean, I do think it's funny because we did this with Mookie, right, in the last series where, we talked about how he had that rough season and, in August, he just kind of said, bleep it, I'm just going to do whatever I need to do. And then he had this amazing September and a really good postseason to this point. And with Yamamoto, as you look at his Dodger career arc, okay, it did not start great. Last year was very much a roller coaster. And then in the postseason, there were times that, we thought, does this guy have it to be able to finish the deal here in these kind of pressure-packed moments? And he proved that he did. And this year, because of that, I think that gave him a little bit of a comfort level in year two, in a new country, in a new surrounding, and it was just baseball again for him. And look, man, he even shook off what was not necessarily a great start last time around to bounce back and have a really good game yesterday, a complete game in the postseason. He has been, I would say, despite the rough start, everything and then some in regards to what you thought you were getting. Is that a fair way to describe it?
Yeah, absolutely. He's been great because, like you said, when he was in Korea in that first start against the Padres, he was bad. He got kicked out right in the second inning. It was just he was not very good. And then what really changed for him is when you really knew that, okay, this guy's got something, was last year when they went to New York and they played the Yankees and he just shoved. He was so good against the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. You're like, okay, this guy's going to be something great. And in the postseason, despite the Padres got to him in that first game, but then he was the rest of the way through, he was the guy that you're seeing right now. He is the best pitcher on this staff, and that's including Blake Snell, who was so good in game one. If for some reason he gets bases loaded, nobody out, he's the guy that I trust to get out of that situation because he's just so calm, cool, and collected in those situations.
The interesting thing is that remember the beginning of the year this year, the first game of the season, who'd they play this year? First
Cubs.
game, the Cubs. And where were they? Were they in Japan?
Yeah.
And remember the very first game, you would have to go back and look at the numbers. I don't remember what they were, but I do remember this.
He was good there.
Here's what I do remember. The next day in the LA Times, whoever it was that wrote it was, you're looking at the Cy Young Award winner. And I was like, guys, it's one game in the middle of the night that nobody was even really watching anyway. But, like, you're really ready to say that this guy's the Cy Young Award winner after one game? But I don't think that it's that important that he wins it or doesn't win it, which he's not going to win it. But the thing is that was the expectation, that he's that good, that after one game, which do you have the numbers of what he did in that game?
They won 4-1. I was getting the coming up right now.
Okay. So the point is that he was already being touted, if
5
you will.
innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, 4 Ks.
Yeah. So, I mean, it wasn't like it was that spectacular, but he was being touted then, George, in the first game of the season as this guy is Cy Young caliber. And while there may have been highs and lows, ups and downs, as a baseball season would naturally bring, here we are, and he's on the absolute highest of high. I mean, that performance last night, as much as they were hyping in the broadcast how amazing Blake Snell was. Did you guys see any of the pregame with Blake Snell where they were showing Blake Snell versus Sandy Koufax and how statistically Blake Snell had just put up one of the greatest, and this is the way they were saying it, one of the greatest postseason pitching performances in the history of baseball. That's how dominant Blake Snell was the night before, only to have Yamamoto come back and, frankly, outdo him.
Yeah, match him at least because he did give up the 1 run. But besides that, it was matching him. It was pretty intense. If Paul Skeens didn't exist, he's the Cy Young winner.
Yeah,
Paul Skeens was just amazing, and so he's going to get it that way. But Yamamoto is going to get a ton of votes for the Cy Young. He'll be probably second.
Yeah, but I mean the point is that I say he outdid him because he completed the game.
Right.
And I guess for me, George, you bring up a great point, which is that this bullpen, which has been just beaten down, and just everybody's beating up on them just out in the real world, like they're terrible, they're going to blow games. I mean, they almost blew the Blake Snell gem. giving these guys time, giving them a chance to recover, and for Dave Roberts to say, hey, guess what, man? You go back out there. You finish this thing off. I suspect that will bode well for this battered bullpen going forward.
And we'll have more on Yamamoto in a second because Dave Roberts, I thought, laid it out pretty well after the game about him. I do want to get into the Rams this week. They're going to London. They're playing the Jaguars. We got a lot to get into. But first, let me talk about the crazy Hernandez brothers.
They're crazy.
So, listen, you guys have the hardwood there. You can grab it so the people on the YouTube can see it. If you need the hardwood, okay, for your home, your rental, even your ADU, or business like Dr. Clapper, who called the great Steven Hernandez for some hardwood at his business. Listen, call Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, 866-62-FLOOR. Legitimately family run. You get the authentic old school TLC, actual wholesale pricing year round. Papi Hernandez started it 57 years ago. The crazy Hernandez brothers are there. Mom, aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, cousins, sons, daughters, you name it. No bogus sales, no gimmicks, just the best price from the start, and that's why I say it, and I mean it. No sale beats wholesale, so whether it is that hardwood, the laminate, the tile, the vinyl, the carpet, you need outdoor turf, they got that too. You name it, they got it. Over 5 million square feet of in-stock inventory. So you can see it, touch it, take it home with you on the same day, and that's huge, especially when trying to finish a project fast. It's why designers, contractors, builders all shop here. They know the crazy Hernandez brothers are always going to take care of you, and if you're a first responder, active military, or veteran, they'll all receive additional discounts on top of the already low prices, and if you find a better price, which I doubt, you call Hernandez at 866-62-FLOOR. Call the crazy Hernandez brothers. Tell them, hey, this is the square footage I've got. This is what some place is offering me. They'll match it, no questions asked. So head down to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, OG location in Commerce. Orange County, they got you in Santa Ana. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR. That's 866-62-FLOOR. No games, no gimmicks. Just the best price in town year-round because no sale beats wholesale. Check them out on the web at HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. That's HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
Thank you, Sedano. 746. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Wednesday. We will hear from Dave Roberts next. And he's no longer a gutless scumbag. Nice guy Dave is my guy because I like anarchy, and we're going for the sweep, Jack. Good morning. Smile. It's Wednesday, sucker.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Don't strike out if you've been injured in an accident. Hey, it's Travis, and at Normand Legal, Joseph S. Normand and his team are ready to step into the batter's box for you. They'll swing for the fences, go extra innings if they have to, and make sure the insurance companies are out at home. They'll cover all the bases and bring you home safe with the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the winning lineup now at 213-747-1234. That's 213-747-1234, or visit normandlegal.com. Normand Legal, your recovery is always a grand slam.
What's going on? It's Beto Duran, and I love rolling around in my Toyota. Tacoma, to be exact, and right now it's Trucktober. If you're in the 818, go check out the All-Stars at Northridge Toyota. In the 626, it's all about Wondries Toyota. And right now, Trucktober is here for you. Lease a brand new 2025 Tacoma for just $164 a month or 36 months plus tax. Northridge Toyota or Wondries Toyota. Serving all of SoCal sports fans, they make it easy.
Lease excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, and dealer options and changes. $59.99 cash or trade equity down. Expires 10/31/25.
The roof scraper.
Hey, it's Travis. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So don't miss any of the excitement this sports season on Prize Picks, whether you're a football fan, a basketball fan, a baseball fan, or a fan of all of them like me. It always feels good to be right, and everything is just about to start, right? We've got football season, we've got basketball season, the baseball season is in bloom with all of its playoffs, so you know you can have a great time on Prize Picks. And Prize Picks right now is offering stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. You want to pick Steph Curry's points, threes, and assists? Now you can pick all of them in the same lineup only on Prize Picks. So download the Prize Picks app today and use the code TRAV to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code TRAV to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. Little help over here?
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Okay, you could be the hardest core Dodger fan on the planet. You could be the hardest core.
Hardest
that's right,
core.
Hardest core.
More Sedano and Kap.
You could be the hardest
Core of the hardest.
Of all cores, you could be the hardest one.
Right now.
7:50, good morning. Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Wednesday. A Wednesday, man. On this day in 1996, the number one R&B song, Blackstreet. No Diggity.
No doubt.
Love this song.
I think I sniffed Ron the Caddy's keys back in junior high. The song was playing.
This morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's also National Grouch Day.
Oh,
perfect for you, pal.
I'm not a grouch.
Well,
I'm a bitmaster.
Oh, a bitmaster.
It's also National Shawarma Day.
I love shawarma.
Remember when we used to do the shawarma bit with Sliwa and he didn't like it? And he started it.
Shawarma.
Good shawarma is amazing.
Good shawarma is hard to find, pal.
It is.
I'll tell you that right now. It is tough to find good shawarma in this town.
We're going to get to Dave Roberts in just a moment. But first, let me tell you, ALCS action is on the ESPN app. At 5 p.m., you can hear the Mariners try to take a commanding 3-0 lead on the Blue Jays on the ESPN app. Just hit the ESPN Radio Live Sports tile for play-by-play from ESPN Radio. And be sure to continue the Dodgers conversation tomorrow morning at 6:30.
The Dodgers.
At 6:30 a.m. with the Blue Review on the ESPN YouTube channel. The MLB postseason on ESPN presented by Pechanga Resort Casino. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort and Casino.
Yeah. Thank you, Christopher. So we were talking earlier about the growth of Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and Dave Roberts, I thought, surmised it pretty succinctly yesterday after the game. Let's take a listen.
I see a real confidence. I think that's what it is. I think that, last year certainly there was a transition, and even in the postseason, I didn't give him a whole lot of leash. And we also had a really talented bullpen, which we clearly leaned on and have talked about, a lot. But I think this year he's got true confidence from me that third time through at pitch 90. He feels that he's the best option. And so I think for me, that just gives me that confidence.
And yeah, he's proven. Look, the third time through the lineup, Cappy, is the moment of truth, I would say. Greg, is that not accurate when you're looking at, what you're going to do with your starter? Are you going to go to the bullpen? That is generally the inflection point of where a manager has to make a real decision, even if a guy is cruising.
Yeah, no, that's the exact time where they do it. I mean, it happened to Blake Snell the night before, right? We're going to pull you out here because we want to save you for another game. With Yamamoto, he gave him that long leash that he was not giving before, like he said in the clip. And it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, and by the way, the word confidence, I know it probably sounds, I don't know, obvious, maybe even a little bit cliche, but it's so true because Blake Snell was talking about this exact same thing in the pregame yesterday. They're like, Blake, how is it that you had this masterful performance and you've been so great? And they were even saying that the Brewers were saying anything but Snell. Like that was their saying. Like we'll hit anybody, we'll see any other pitcher, anybody other than Snell. Now they said that, of course, before Yamamoto went the complete game. But Snell was talking about just that, just confidence. I'm confident in what I can do. I believe in what I can do. My manager, my teammates, everybody's got this confidence in me. And while I know it sounds like super obvious, imagine the opposite, which is, God, I don't feel so great out here. I'm part of this bullpen that's been, blowing games. Everybody doesn't believe in me. I have no confidence. They have no confidence. So you understand the difference? I know it sounds very obvious, but it's so true. It's so right on. The confidence that Dave feels in him and the confidence that he feels in himself.
Every time he goes out there, he's like, I'm going to get every single one of you out. I'm going to go complete game. I'm going to go no-hitter. He has that confidence to do that. The bullpen doesn't have that right now. When Blake Trinan comes in, does he look like he has confidence?
No,
that he's
he looks scared.
He looks terrified.
Yes.
And he's been doing this for so long. Most of the bullpen looks like that. But the fact that Yamamoto could go complete game, and to your point earlier, Sedano, save their arms a little bit. Hopefully now they come out there, they fix some things, and they think, okay, I got the confidence again. We're the bullpen dogs, like they called them last year.
You know how the first game was so exciting because of all the craziness and the plays and the confusion and the replays. Last night's game did not have that sort of excitement because it was a complete domination by the Dodgers. I mean, other than giving up the home run in the first batter, other than that, Yamamoto gave up 3 hits total. And, Max Muncy hit that home run. He was inches away the night before, and then he finished the job yesterday with that home run, and it just became total Dodger domination.
Right.
And so it wasn't even like game one, we broke it all down. It was exciting. There was a lot of storylines to it. Last night, there was a throwing error by Muncy I think it was in the first inning.
There was a whole bunch of throws that were going all over the place in that inning.
Right, and you were like, oh, this could be a disaster. And yet, none of it is even a talking point this morning.
You know what is a talking point?
What?
Is that Nice Guy Dave and Andrew Friedman, whoever they listen to, I think they listen to us, even when they're out of town, they left him in. And for that, I'm a Dave Roberts guy. You left him in and let him do the complete game. How amazing is that? As Dodger fans, we got to be excited about that.
Well, but the reason is you heard the trust, right?
Yes.
And again, I would say this because if you look at the numbers, and the numbers will dictate to you that the increase in percentage from the first time through the lineup to through the third time through the lineup for a starting pitcher, their chances of getting on base from the first time they face a pitcher in the first go-around to the third time, it goes up 10%. And that's not a small number. Whereas opposed to if it goes if you bring in a relief pitcher, generally the third time through the lineup, it goes down 10% from there. So you're basically starting from scratch, or actually even in a better position in regards to guys getting on base at that point. So the numbers bear it out to generally, pull a guy out, the third time through the lineup. But, sometimes you have to have a certain feel for the way a guy's pitching, and to Dave's point, a certain level of trust for the way the guy's pitching as well.
I think they had to tie up Dave in the corner to make sure he wouldn't take him out.
Oh,
Don't do it, Dave. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, I don't think so. I think Dave was committed to Yamamoto last night. I mean, he just, in fact, when Yamamoto gave up that home run, I don't know how everybody else felt. I was like, uh-oh. I mean, it's early in this game. Bergie mentioned there were throwing errors, right?
Yeah.
Early. I'm
like, I mentioned the text earlier.
Yeah,
and Bergman had a great retort after the game. Which was, I believe, the narrator said it was not a problem or something like that.
Dave
was a narrator. We were not worried.
Dave looked super calm. Yeah. He did not look like he was panicking in the slightest bit.
Yeah.
All right, Cappy, tell us about our friends at BET.
Oh, I would love to. In fact, I would really, really love to.
Pull up the copy. Go ahead.
I'm going to. I thought Lindsay was actually going to give me a hard copy, but that's all right.
All right.
That's all right. I got it here, Lindsay. All good. Hey, premiering tonight, 10 Eastern, 9 Central on BET. I'll be watching. On BET. There's a brand new series. I'm sure you guys have seen the promos. I've seen a ton of these promos. It's called 106 and Sports. And it premieres tonight.
Now, you familiar with the original 106 in Park?
Well, yes. So this is like a takeoff on that. And this comes from LeBron. So executive producers LeBron James and Maverick Carter, right? It's a new top 5 countdown. It's Ashley Nicole Moss is the one host. Cam Newton, who is just blowing up, is the second host. They're breaking down the top moments in sports, in culture, and entertainment, and they're highlighting both established pros and the stars on the come-up. That's a phrase I like to use, on the come-up. Watch this new series, 106 in Sports. It premieres tonight, 10, 9 Central on BET. Or, George, perhaps you'll do this, catch up the next day, on BET Plus. Are you using a lot of BET Plus? Because I am.
I do not subscribe to BET Plus, but I could. I should
get it.
Yes.
Well,
it's an amazing moment. You're doing an endorsement for LeBron, basically.
I'm doing an
endorsement. You're getting paid to do an endorsement for LeBron.
And I'm getting to share what is something that I use in my daily life, which is BET Plus.
Yeah.
And BET.
Yeah.
So I'm the right guy for this.
7:59. Good morning, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Wednesday. Coming up, Ben Brust from ESPN Wisconsin, a guy that, there was a beef yesterday. It's not my fault. We'll talk to him, and we'll ask him about, is it over for the Brewers? Is it over, Cappy?
It is over.
It's over. That's going to be our morning roll call coming up in just a few minutes right here. Smile, it's Wednesday. You're waking up with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Providence. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Oh, I've been slamming pumpkin spice lattes from Pink Coffee. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Catch the big baseball series on our big screens everywhere you eat, stay, and play.
Number 2.
Nothing but a good time. Brett Michaels' only SoCal show, November 21st. Get tickets now.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a new Land Rover Defender. Earn entries with your rewards card, and you could be the winner. October 30th.
Morongo, good times.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you expect your insurance company to be there for you, but often they look for ways to underpay your claim. If you're feeling abandoned, pushed to use low-rated contractors, or ignored after years of loyalty, we protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for. Contact Abner Gat, one of California's largest public adjusting firms. Visit abnergat.com or call 818-917-5256. With a team that has the industry's know-how, including experience from the insurance side, Abner Gat is ready to fight for you. With over 20 years of experience, they offer a free initial consultation and have the largest network of experts to evaluate your damages. Remember, size, experience, and expertise matter. Don't let your insurance company leave you in the dark. Call Abner Gat, 818-917-5256, or visit abnergat.com today. Abner Gat, your claim, our game.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. It's game time at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Just like LAFC protects their home turf, we help you protect yours with quality floors at unbeatable wholesale prices. No gimmicks, no markups, just deals every day. From waterproof hardwood to carpet, laminate to artificial grass, the crazy Hernandez brothers have you covered. Don't settle for anything less than a championship-level home. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR. That's 866-62-FLOOR. Or shop on the web, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale.
Math is pretty simple. Low prices plus big trade value equals huge savings for you at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Come in today to trade and upgrade your vehicle or just sell it and get paid. We just crunch the numbers and you win either way. For complete details, visit OceanSubaruOC.com. The math is simple. More for your trade and less for your next ride at Ocean Subaru.
It's all here at Ocean Subaru.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has all the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats right at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy teams synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:04, good morning. Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Wednesday, a wacky Wednesday. Now, yesterday, we're going to get to Ben Brust in just a moment from ESPN Wisconsin. But we got to say happy birthday, Cappy. He turns 55 today. Genuine. And now, since I almost died, we can do a much faster pony now. I showed you earlier when I was doing it on Jorge.
I just had to do this one.
Let me take a look.
Oh, yeah.
You were making it rain. Make it rain, Jorge. Make it rain with those Post-it notes. Yeah, man.
Monopoly money.
My hips don't lie. Not as much booty as before, but anyway.
Now, you're not doing the failed segment today?
No, we're not doing the morning roll call. Who's it made possible by, though, George?
Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are.
Shitano trying to get in that knife on me.
Yeah.
The morning roll call this morning is our friend, and I will say our friend.
Not your friend.
Ben Brust.
He's not your friend.
From ESPN Wisconsin.
He's our colleague.
He's a GKB teammate, and he's my friend.
Well, if he was a teammate, you probably wouldn't have said the things you said about him.
All I did, I was doing shtick. He knows my shtick.
He doesn't know your shtick.
No, he doesn't
Why
know
would
your
he know
shtick.
your shtick?
We've been in meetings together, the great Ben Brust.
But it doesn't matter.
What you think he's paying attention on those meetings?
Right.
I don't pay
so.
attention on those
What do you
meetings.
think he does? You think he goes, hey, the guy in L.A. who's got the beard, like he's the star of the company. Right? He's the star of the company.
I'm a Carmi Award winner. Are you a Carmi Award winner?
I am not a Carmi Award
winner.
winner.
Yeah, you're not.
Is Ben?
Well,
I don't
don't
need
know.
to be a
What do you
Carmi
mean?
Award
But
winner.
before we bring Brent on.
We're going to bring Brent on?
Before we bring Brent on, let's play this highlight of him in the Final Four. You ever been in the Final Four, Cappy?
Yeah, I've been to several Final Fours.
No,
I've
but
been
you've never
to one.
played
Yeah,
in one.
Cappy and I actually were one recently.
Yeah, we
not
were
too
in
long
Houston,
ago.
Georgia, and I
Cappy, you're a
together.
scumbag.
What do you mean I'm a scumbag?
Let's play this highlight a bit.
I didn't play in it, though.
Play it.
Well, one is on Brusewitz. Berggren in the backcourt. You have Brust, Decker, and Jackson all near half court. Brusewitz looking. And looking. Still looking. Inbounds pass to Brust. Across half court. He'll hoist one up. He hit it! Ben Brust with three. Let's play 5 more minutes in Madison. They will review it. It's standard procedure. But Ben Brust from just beyond half court. That bad boy's going to count.
Ben Brust there in the Final Four. He joins us now.
Hold on.
Okay,
That
go
was
ahead.
not in the Final
Not
Four,
in the
though, I
Final
don't
Four.
believe.
Oh, it
Come
wasn't?
on,
But,
man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Get it together. It was playing against Michigan. It's a Wisconsin-Michigan Big Ten matchup,
Yeah,
bro.
that's in Madison.
I thought that was the
man.
Final Four highlight.
Well,
What is this,
do your
Tulsa?
research,
I mean,
bro.
seriously.
Do your
Like-
research.com.
Yeah.
Ben Brust now joins us on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Good morning, Ben.
Good morning, boys. You got me?
I got you.
Ben, how are you today, pal? You good?
I'm doing great. I walked in the office. I told everyone they sucked at their job, and then I was like, "Oh man, it's just a bit." And they
that's what we do.
That's it.
Yes,
there you
Ben.
go.
They
Yeah.
didn't
Welcome to our
understand it.
world.
I got to build up more bit equity like Morales.
Yes, Ben, exactly right. You say anything you want to any person in your office, no matter how off color it is, no matter how much of a human resources issue it might be, and then at the end of it, you tell them all. It's just
It's a bit.
It's a bit.
Yeah.
It's a bit.
Yeah.
But all I said, Ben, and I knew you could hear me, was you love to yell about the Brewers. But now you posted a video last night where you were not yelling. You were quite somber. And this, I was on the Brew Crew. I said, let's do it for you. I hate Dave Roberts. I once broke a Dave Roberts bobblehead. I call him a gutless scumbag. But now your video last night has inspired me, as Cappy's laughing.
Because it's just a bit.
To say, you know
just a
what?
bit, yeah.
Let's go for the sweep and put my Dodgers hat back on.
You know what sucks is for all I had was one pitch. I had one pitch, and I had 18 million talking points going through my head after Jackson Chourio hit that home run off Yamamoto. I had it all. I was like, oh, these scumbags, these pretentious LA snobs, these Botox-loving losers are talking crap after game one. Then I had to sit through 111 pitches from Yamamoto. We did nothing. But at least I got to say that now, even though I don't get to actually say it for real, because it's just a bit.
This guy,
This guy's
Ben
bringing
Brust, Let me tell you something right
See,
now.
I love
He gets
it.
it.
He should
he
immediately
does
be
get it.
promoted.
I mean, this guy played for Bo Ryan, and you think you could rattle him, Morales? Get out of here.
I don't know, Ben.
Dude,
Everybody said you were rattled yesterday.
Morales doesn't come close, because guess what? Bo Ryan wasn't a bit. He wasn't a bit. You stupid bleep.
Yeah,
You do that
right.
again, you're bleep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
he would
and all-
berate you.
And all I
Yes.
got was scumbag. Like, I can handle scumbag.
Yeah.
Just
Seriously.
for the record, I don't think I called you a scumbag. Just for the record, I don't think.
By the way,
No, you absolutely didn't. I heard 18 million different things that I'm not even confused about what even happened.
Yeah. I like the idea, though, of calling Morales a bit.
I like it.
Like, you're
Well, we
like
call
a
him
little
Bit Boy.
You're like a little biot.
Big boy. Yeah. You're a little
little biot.
bit.
Right?
Yeah.
Now,
A
Ben, now
biat.
you're-
Yeah, a biat. Yeah, I like
Ben,
that.
your
A
Brewers
biat.
now have to come to Los Angeles, and you said in your video that it's a monstrous task.
Said it 3 times.
Well, hang on, I got to yell for a second. Now it's time for me to actually yell because I'm actually upset because I've had to sit through 2 games where Blake Snell threw the minimum through 8. You finally get to the bullpen and Rocky, which is an impossible task. He's got to come in after watching the minimum faced. And then after a first pitch home run, I watched 2 2-out singles, no pressure on Yamamoto. He's in cruise control like anybody on the highway in Wisconsin going up north to a lake house. And I'm miserable. Christian Yelich is 0 for his last 17. 0 for his last. He hasn't had an RBI in the playoffs since 2018. He's had injuries, yes, but the Brewers have made the playoffs 7 of the last 8 freaking years. And I'm watching him fist one to left, or to third base, strikeout, dribble one to the second baseman, dribble one to the pitcher. And so the way that the Brewers play baseball, I don't even recognize this team. I know Snell and Yamamoto have been absolutely amazing. And we saw what the Phillies couldn't do. They couldn't do anything as well. But the way this team wins is they put pressure. And you guys are talking, there's 1 inning where the ball was being thrown around. That's it. I'm sitting there. I left the game. I was at the game. People could call me out and say, you're a fraud, you're this. I don't care. I was watching baloney product on the baseball field. So, yeah, I'm going to be the yell guy now. I'm the yell guy. We sat through 2 games at American Family Field. Nobody had anything to cheer about, stand about. Everyone was just taking it.
Yeah.
The Brewers
Happy they were taking it.
They take it
no
there.
one could do anything.
They took it.
Ben, let me tell you something.
And by the way,
taking
we
that
were getting
baloney.
a hard 6 last night.
Oh, yeah.
There it is. Hard 6.
So far it's been an easy 2. But Ben, let me tell you something.
It's going to be a soft 4 too.
You should you want to yell and scream about something, pal? Let me tell you something. Your Brewers, listen, in the LA Times, July of this year, they said this will become America's team because the little market, the small payroll against the big market and the big payroll, the only way that the Brewers can become America's team is if they pose a threat. They have not posed really a threat. Yes, there was the 9th inning of Game 1, but last night, there really aren't even that many talking points because it was total Dodger domination. And you should be upset because it could get worse because when Otani starts to break out, then you guys are really in trouble.
I'm watching the back end of the order. Like, Kike Hernandez continues to be this playoff gem. Max Muncy hit one 412 402 instead of 400 to center this time, so he actually got a home run. And that's what's crazy. They moved Teoscar out of the first 4, and then Teoscar is going yard. I watch so much West Coast baseball. It's a hobby for me. My daughter goes down at 7. My wife, who I guess yesterday Morales wanted to share our whole life story of how we met and who she worked with and works for.
Yeah.
So I'm glad my family business is out there for.
Well,
Morales.
I use it as a compliment and to kind of take a dagger at Cappy because Cappy would dream to get married to somebody who's also within the company and was the executive assistant to our founder. So that's why.
Actually, Ben, nothing
now
could be further from the truth. I don't want to ever get remarried again. I don't think I'm marriage material.
Oh, now she's chief of staff. That's right.
Although my girlfriend Rachel's pretty awesome. Maybe I will marry her. Maybe I'll
see. Use Ben as an inspiration to you, Cappy, and be a man and marry that woman.
Well, no, hold on a second, Ben. Is this your first marriage?
Yes, this is. All my siblings were married with kids by 26. I was an uncle of 12. I just got married at 34, so I was the late bloomer.
Good for you.
Of the entire family.
Oh, by the way, I looked
late bloomer is a good thing.
I looked at your picture on Twitter, and there's a picture of you sitting there with 12 little babies, and I went, I wonder whose babies these all are. So I came up with, these are probably his Wisconsin college teammates. Everybody's got kids, and Ben's sitting in the middle. But what you're telling us is that these are all your nieces and nephews?
Correct. Yeah. I mean, there's too many to count. There's one going to college. It's insane. But let's get back to something else here. We got to stay on the point here. I got to go back to Morales.
Yeah, I like it.
Get us back.
Yeah, good.
Yesterday, Morales is talking here. He's like, I'm going to turn this into endorsement for ESPN Milwaukee.
Oh yeah.
Are you? What I should be doing right now is actually doing my real job before 2 to 5, which is I'm on the sales team. I sell. So I came up with this great idea.
Here we go.
We're gonna have Sedano and Kap come November 15th. We're gonna do a home and home. Sedano and Kap come to Milwaukee. I'm gonna sell this. Try and find a great partner. And then Kyle, Brust, and Ortman are going to go to L.A. in January when the Bucks play the Lakers. So we're going to do a home and home. But in that presentation, in the proposal, there is a clause that Morales has to take PTO and lock himself in the basement. So he can't enjoy any of this. He's not part of this. It's the home and home with Morales taking PTO. I will sell that. No endorsement for Morales. This is about Sedano and Kap.
Hey, Ben, let me ask you something. If we come to Milwaukee that weekend, I'm going to probably need Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm going to need like 3 nights at the hotel. You got me covered or what, man?
5-star, by the way, is in Cappy's contract.
You got me covered, Ben?
And parking, too.
We got trade. I got to run that up the ladder. I don't have that much pull.
Yeah.
And Sedano's first class, that's in his contract.
Yeah. Put Cappy at
Let's
the
just
fister.
get Sedano on the sideline for that game, so
All right.
we can have a 4-seater. It's hard to find 5 tickets.
So then, can we just get from your perspective what did happen yesterday as to what made you so upset?
This is very simple, I think, for the Milwaukee perspective. And you tell me, Ben. I mean, they're chasing pitches in an undisciplined way at the plate. That they led the league in the lowest chase rate this season at 25%, swinging at pitches out of the zone. And they're at like 35 to 40% in these games against the Dodgers in the first 2. I think it's been a very undisciplined batting lineup that has cost them thus far in this series. Ben, how do you see it?
Sedano, you're spot on, man. Like I'm pulling my hair out. I'm pulling my hair out. The entire year the Brewers have won by putting pressure on the pitcher and the defense every single pitch. You can't put pressure on someone if you're not working the count. I'm looking at Yamamoto's pitch count through 2 after a solo home run. He's at 22, and I'm having flashbacks to Blake Snell. He should have went the distance. He absolutely. I mean, they shouldn't have thrown Rocky. They should just let Snell go. Dave Roberts, props to him for letting Yamamoto go, even though it was 5-1. They're swinging. They're guessing. They have the word confidence you guys are using. I had confidence every single game. All the times that I heard from all the Brewers players, if you're going to play this team, you're going to have to go to war. There's no war going on. There's no mental warfare. I love like the game within the game. There's no game within the game right now. It's literally hope and pray. And when as a fan you're hoping and praying, that like too many times it's a first pitch strike or you're swinging at the first pitch. This it's basic stuff because we know the Brewers aren't mashers. Like they were like 18th in home runs. They're not god awful. That's not how they've won games all year. You don't get the best record in baseball by this performance. And like I said, Snell, Yamamoto, they probably would have mowed down any lineup in any game with the way they pitched these last 2 games, but the undisciplined plate approach, not drawing walks, not putting balls in play, because when they put balls in play, they made Buncy make an error, and again, there's just been 1 or 2 innings in 2 games where we're as Brewers fans, I was at the game, everyone was ready to erupt. They gave fans nothing to erupt to, and that's what I'm sad about is. It's lifeless in the stadium, and this is the first time I've looked in the eyes of the players, and I feel a little bit like, oh, bleep.
Well, listen, home
got
run,
Glasnow and Otani coming up
still
next
coming,
on the
right? But that first home run, the place was going crazy, and I thought that they had, built, a home field advantage, momentum. There was just an energy in the place, and then as soon as Yamamoto settled in, I mean, he just started mowing dudes down. I'm just surprised at Pat Murphy. Knowing kind of a little bit about his background and what the Brewers have been because they don't have the big payroll and they don't have the mashers. You talk about a lack of plate discipline. I'm just surprised Pat Murphy isn't managing that better. What do you think?
Dude, you're spot on. Joey Ortiz, the 9-hitter, hit a grand slam. And anybody who loves baseball always wants to find production in the back end of the order. And as we know, as the Dodgers have been doing that, Otani finally came through with a single once he didn't have an open base to get walked. Joey Ortiz in the season was struggling. He had a grand slam in a game. He was benched the next day, not for the grand slam plate appearance, but for a different plate appearance. So all year long, Pat Murphy has put stress on this team to have great productive at-bats. And I'm shocked. Like, it's so sad that I'm now resorting to how about you lay down a bunt and just to get the pitchers out of the rhythm? Like I feel like push them, pull them, do something. Like it's man up on the plate, swinging early, out of the zone. And again, part of this is the stuff is great, but this is the NLCS. This is the NLCS. You didn't get here by accident, but right now it looks like it, and they're better than this. But I like this is the worst day to come on after.
Oh, it's beautiful though, Ben.
I mean, the Brewers are
Jackson
five.
Churio's home run. I had 15 things I was ready to say to you if the game went my way, and now I'm just taking it like the Brewers were taking it.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of which, Ben Brust.
5 for 58 in the series, the Brewers.
Ooh, that's bad.
Wow.
Ben Brust from ESPN Wisconsin. Final thing real quick. Do you want to hear the Yamamoto song before we let you go?
The full version?
Play it for him. Because let's go.
Torture me.
1, 2, 3 Yamamoto Yoshinobu no monomane shiteru Moshinobu Yamamoto Yoshinobu no monomane shiteru Moshinobu Yamamoto Yoshinobu no monomane shiteru Moshinobu.
I mean, Ben, are you feeling this song or what? I mean, we're all bobbing our
Oh, here
heads.
comes the breakdown. There we go.
Yeah. She nails it at the end.
I mean, we're all
No, it's a
bobbing our
he.
heads.
It's a he.
Oh, he.
Yeah,
It's a
sorry.
He nails it.
My brother.
He nails it.
Right. Ben, you like that song?
I loved it so much. I'm having so much fun.
Ben Brust, outstanding
Thank you, Ben
performance
Brust.
today.
Don't let Morales off the hook, Ben.
Yeah. Actually, you know what you
he's
should
all
do?
right.
You know what you should do? You should make Bo Ryan chew Morales out.
Oh, that'd be
That's what you
great.
should do. Yeah.
Unfortunately, if I texted him to record like a video and pretend it's me making a defensive mistake, I don't know if he knows the technology anymore. But like, yeah,
That vibes.
I'd pay him. But you guys can do this. You know what you're working with every day. It's the Bit Boy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There it is.
It's
There it is.
Yeah.
The big
There's a
boy.
drop.
Right.
I love it. Good job, Ben.
I look forward to the next bit, and I really do appreciate you having me on. This has been fun, despite the fact that I'm broken from watching absolutely nothing through 2 days. But I'm
sorry.
I appreciate
Hey, get
it.
ready, pal. It's going to get worse. I hate to be the bearer of bad
Ben,
news.
believe in the hard six. Believe in the hard six.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ben Brust from ESPN Wisconsin. Have a great day and a great show this afternoon. What a performance by
Yeah,
Ben.
nice
That
work.
was very
Well
good.
done.
Nice work. Very
Very well
good job.
done. Very well done.
And you know, I like what he said, that he's going to work on a Milwaukee endorsement for Sedano and Cap, not for Morales.
I like that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Cappy, tell us about our friends at Sellers Advantage.
Oh, I would love to. Seller's Advantage. Guys, it's real simple. If you are contemplating selling your home, let me ask you this question. If I said to you, hey, look, your home's a nice place, right? But if you spent $50,000 and you painted the walls and you fixed up the landscaping and maybe you made a couple of adjustments here or there just to make it that much more attractive to a buyer, would you like to go spend $50,000 to sell your house? I wouldn't. I've been there and done that. It sucks. Don't hire an agent. Talk to us at Seller's Advantage. Let us come over to your home, okay? We'll look around. We will then say, hey, based on the comps in the neighborhood and based on buying your house as is, just as it is, you can pack your stuff and leave it as is. Here's our offer. And it's cash, and it's competitive, and it's fast, and you don't have to worry about a deal falling through. And let me tell you, there are tons of reviews online that you can read about what it is to work with Seller's Advantage. But the most important thing is this. You're going to get really good money for your house. You're not going to spend any money. You're not going to have to deal with commissions from an agent. And if you need cash for moving costs, we're even willing to front you $20,000. So here's what I would suggest that you do. If you're ready to sell, get your free, no obligation cash offer today. Call us at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS. That's the way we're going to buy your home. 888-390-2747. You can visit us online at sellersadvantage.com.
Thank you, Cappy. 8:23 in the morning. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on a celebration for my guy Dave Roberts leaving Yamamoto in.
Oh, you love him.
What a day. We'll do Radio Tinder next. Plus, we'll talk more Dodgers and more Sedano. Because it is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show, 8:23 on a Wednesday morning. Good morning.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Here's Travis Rogers.
The Rams beat the Ravens 17-3 on Sunday, and during that game, with his 183 passing yards, Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford moved from 10th all-time into 9th place in the NFL for all-time passing yardage, passing none other than the legendary Dan Marino. Matthew Stafford now in 9th place with 61,493 yards. Next up, former MVP Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan, who's about 1,300 yards ahead of him, so Matthew Stafford with a very good chance to catch him. The only other active player on the list, Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers, who currently sits at about 64,000 yards. And then all the way at the top, none other than the GOAT, Tom Brady. How about this number? 89,214 yards. Ways to go for Matthew Stafford to get to number one. With Wednesday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Powered by ZipRecruiter. Looking for your next great hire? Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
You know that old saying, you can have it fast or you can have it good? When it comes to hiring, ZipRecruiter has put that saying to bed. Because with ZipRecruiter, when you need to hire someone fast, you get them fast and you get the best person for your job. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology immediately starts showing your job to the right candidates. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Fuego. Tonight at 10/9 Central on BET, the new series 106 in Sports.
Oh, it's on now.
From executive producers LeBron James and Maverick Carter, a new Top 5 Sports Countdown. Ooh-wee.
Girl, we about to kill.
With hosts Ashley Nicole Moss and Cam Newton. We are talking sports, culture, and entertainment.
We got people from the NFL, they're coming from the NBA.
And don't forget the WNBA. 106 in Sports. New series premieres tonight at 10/9 Central. Only on BET.
They say a full marathon is the ultimate test. For me, it's more than a race. It's a milestone I once thought impossible. Michelle Smallman here, and I'm running my very first marathon in New York City with the support of Gainbridge and Gainbridge Assists powered by Parity. Together, we're empowering girls and women through sports and education, with grants to 32 organizations in 21 states. Every step I take is for the finish line and for the next generation chasing their dreams. Here's to 26.2 miles and a future with no limits.
On eBay, every find has a story. Like if you're looking for a vintage band tee, not just any tee, the band tee. You wore it everywhere until your best friend stole it. Now you're on eBay, and there it is. Same tee from the same tour. The things you love have a way of finding their way back to you, especially on eBay. Where else can you find that mint trading card you searched everywhere for, or your first car, the one you wish you never sold? It has to be eBay. Shop eBay for millions of finds, each with a story. eBay, things people love.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Oh, damn.
George Sedano.
LA, baby.
Scott Kaplan.
What's up, LA?
What's up, LA?
Hey.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
$8:26. Good morning. Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Oh, Jolene.
Oh, really?
On this day in 1973, Dolly Parton released Jolene as a single.
Song.
Yeah. Today is also National Whole Hog Barbecue Day. The whole hog.
The entire hog.
You just put that thing, you put an apple in the mouth.
Yeah. And then you get the whole hog.
And you roast them.
Yeah, like in Lord of the Flies. Remember they were roasting the hog?
No.
Poor piggy.
Lechon.
No.
You never read Lord of the Flies?
I haven't read it. I haven't seen the movie. Is there a movie?
Kind of the story of Sedano and I at ESPN LA. Lord of the Flies.
You guys are the Flies?
No, we're the Lord of the Flies.
The Lords.
We took over the island.
You did.
And we roasted a few hogs.
Oh, yeah?
Who was Piggy?
Hog?
I don't know.
I don't know anything about any of
They
those,
killed Piggy,
those
by the way.
movies or books. What's that one called? Lord of the Flies? I don't know anything about
What's
that.
that one called?
Yeah.
What about? It's a pretty legendary book.
It is, but I never read it.
What about
And,
To Kill a Mockingbird?
I think I may have read that in high school.
Death of a
maybe.
Salesman?
Death of a Salesman, definitely read that in high school.
How about George Orwell's 1984?
Read that in high school, yes.
All right.
Those all sound familiar.
Bridge to Terabithia? No?
No, that one I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about that one.
Meanwhile, real quick, what's on tap today on ESPN LA thanks to Michelob Ultra? The Lakers are on a back-to-back and ready to face the Mavericks tonight in Las Vegas. Coverage begins at 6 p.m., tip-off at 7:30. Hear it for your afternoon drive, hey, on 7:10 a.m. or in crystal clear digital audio on the ESPN LA app. Michelob Ultra, a superior taste worth playing for. Official beer sponsor of the Los Angeles Lakers. Please enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, also zero. Their zero product, very good.
Speaking of which, I saw Lindsay posted the GM survey for the NBA, and I know I've seen kind of the scuttlebutt online. Laker fans are not thrilled at the way the GMs, quote-unquote, disrespected the Lakers.
How'd they do that?
Well, I don't know, because they're not picking them to be the team to win the conference or, near the top of the conference or whatever. Look, while I think the Lakers can be a top 5 team in the West, the West, 2 through 10 was separated by less than a handful of games last year. Like it really can be very, volatile, to use that word again, like from earlier with bullpens, but the Western Conference can flip very easily. All it takes is one stretch of bad injuries or poor play, and you can find yourselves in the play-in very easily. And I'm not saying just the Lakers. I'm saying any team in the West.
Yeah, I don't know why Laker fans would be upset at a preseason prediction.
Right.
First of all, that's all it is, number one. Secondly, when it comes to college football, we get all these preseason polls. And how's that working out for Penn State right now? How'd that work out for Texas?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So these preseason polls are kind of dumb to begin with, but but why would a Laker fan think that Oklahoma City, Denver, Houston, Golden State, why would everybody be like, "Oh, well, the Lakers are definitely the best of those group"? The Lakers they're in the mix.
Right.
But I think a lot of people assume also that LeBron would be around for game 1, and he's not, obviously.
Yeah.
And so then it's going to take more time. And what was it? Was it 2 years ago, George, where they dug themselves a massive hole?
Yeah, it was the year that they went to the Western Conference Finals with Darvin.
Were they 1-11 or
Coach Hamon? No, I don't think it was 1. It wasn't that bad.
They were bad.
Coach Lechon.
Yes, that's right. Coach Hamon. That's right. Very kosher.
It wasn't that bad, but it was bad at one point. They were 11 games under 500 at one point.
Maybe, and that's where the number 11 comes in.
Yeah. But it was.
11
it was
11.
Bad. Yeah.
George,
so,
did you see that the simulation on ESPN.com?
Well, no, but did you read the story?
Yes.
Or did you just see the thing?
No, I read it. And
Yeah.
it went through the entire season, the simulation like they do with the NFL.
So they do 1,000 simulations, though, and they just chose one.
They did.
That's why I'm saying, did you read the story?
Simulation number 620.
Right.
Because they thought it had the most interesting outcomes.
Okay. Correct. It had the wildest outcomes of all of them.
Right.
That sounds like my kind of a thing. Go ahead.
And in that
simulation 620.
The Lakers, the Lakers finished second to last in the West.
Oh, really? Simulation.
Right. Well, that was
Houston.
They in that simulation they had a ton of injuries, right? And it didn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, it was to Lindsay's point, 1,000 simulations, and simulation 620 was the unfortunate nuclear situation.
Simulation 620
tonight on Simulation 620.
Yes,
that should be a new show on BET.
So if things go bad, if things go bad. If things go bad for the Lakers, we can do that.
Just
Lindsay
be like
can just
simulation 620.
Right, it's coming to life.
Yeah.
Simulation 620 is coming
Cappy
to life.
goes to girlfriend.ai on Simulation 620 tonight.
But yeah, the GM survey, I always find it fascinating, Cappy, for a number of reasons. Less about the team predictions, but more about the individuals' predictions, because I would say more times than not, they're at least in the ballpark on the player stuff. Like, they think Jokic is going to win a 4th MVP.
Right. And people think Luka is going to be in that conversation. And what do the GMs say? They say, yeah, we think Luka's going to have a really good year. We think that Jokic is going to have a better year, and Jokic is going to be the MVP. But Luka's going to be in the conversation right next to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah.
So no insult there.
And, the question of who would you start your franchise with? And, of course, it's going to be Wemby. I mean, he's an alien, for God's sake.
But nothing about Giannis?
He's not a failure, Eric.
He wasn't in that part of the conversation.
It says, which player forces opposing coaches to make the most adjustments? Jokic is 1. Giannis is 2 in that one.
But starting a franchise with Wemby, I would personally not start a franchise with Wemby.
Why?
Because I just think that he's bound to get hurt. I've always felt that.
What are you, Bergman now?
Well, no,
I just said back here, I got killed when I said that.
But I felt the same way. I feel like when you're that tall and you're that skinny, you're bound to get hurt. Now, I will say that he moves differently than anybody else that was ever that tall. I've never seen anybody move that athletically that's that tall and that skinny. But coming off this whole blood clot thing also, Like, for me, I wouldn't want to start a franchise with a very young guy who's very skinny, who I think is going to be injury prone, and who's also coming off this blood clot thing. I wouldn't want to start a franchise with Wemby.
Yeah, I disagree. I mean, the guy's a freaking alien. There was a play earlier this preseason, where he was like bringing the ball up coast to coast, and like at half court,
butter on toast.
He looked like Kevin Durant at one point, the way he was dribbling, and then finished the play dunking with his knees up high on a fool, and he looked like Shaq. It was insane, like what he was able to do in this one play. There's nothing like him. We've never seen anything like him. He honestly, I think, I would put like a small amount. Not that I can bet on the NBA, but if I could,
tell me, I'll bet on it.
I would put a very small amount
tell me.
that he could be the fourth player in the history of the sport to win both the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. The other three previous are Michael Jordan, Hakeem, and Giannis in the same season. I don't think he's going to win the MVP because I don't think San Antonio will win enough games. But I if I were a gambling man, I'd put at least a little bit on it.
Okay,
because he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. That is a lock.
That is a lock right now before the season even starts.
If he plays the requisite amount of games, he's going to win Defensive Player.
Okay, I'm glad you at least put the if in front of all of this. Because
did he not qualify last year?
Well, he had the blood clot.
That's
so
right. That's right.
He missed a ton of games,
right.
right? But he would have won.
Together, man.
He would have. He was the
right here,
runaway
Cap.
favorite last year for
Injuries.
Defensive Player of the Year.
Injuries waiting to happen.
Stone cold lead pipe lock.
I love how you guys are like. He's
We're not hoping for it.
No, we're not rooting for it. I'm just
We don't
saying
want
that
it.
body type. It just in the history would make me think that a very, very tall,
what
skinny
history?
guy,
We don't have the history of that body type.
Well, the body type for me, I would compare him to would be like a Sean Bradley, where you're super, super tall and also really, really skinny. But I've already said the difference is that Bradley didn't have the athletic movement. You just made a point about how he looks like Kevin Durant. So we've never really seen a guy that's 7'6". Is that what he's officially at?
7'5".
7'5". We've never really seen a guy that tall move that athletically. That I will grant you all day long. But I just have this feeling like he's so skinny, somebody's going to throw an elbow, hit him in the gut, and he's going to fall apart.
I always think that about Kevin
Durant. I don't think
Durant.
so, dude. He looks a lot different this year.
Okay, I haven't seen him yet. Just so you know, I haven't seen him play anything because I'm not watching
I love that.
preseason games.
He's going to hit in the gut. Yeah. He's going to fall apart. But I haven't seen him yet.
No, I haven't seen any Spurs preseason games. I'm not. I should start breaking down film on the Spurs preseason.
I'm not saying you need to see Spurs preseason games, but I mean, you do have social media. Like he's.
No, I
on
haven't
there.
seen him at all.
Kevin Durant gets hurt pretty decently too. Early in his career, he didn't get hurt as much, but he gets hurt.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin Durant is 40 years old practically.
No, but like even in his fifth year or the sixth year with the Nets, 35 games, 55 games, 39 games.
He was in his 30s at that point.
Well, yeah. So he does get injured as well as that body type.
I mean, guys get injured. Yeah. That's
Wemby's
the sport.
got a half a foot on him, though, right?
All right, let me save you from the wrath of Sedano. Radio Tinder time. We like to play a TV theme.
That's what you think. We got more wrath coming.
Oh, really?
Yes, you'll see.
On this
Only
day
24 minutes of wrath left.
On this day in 1987, Bob Barker, host of The Price is Right, stopped dyeing his hair.
The Price is Wrong.
The audience gave him a standing ovation when he came out on stage white-haired, Cappy. He stopped dyeing his hair. You should do that.
I have not dyed my hair.
You can do that. You can get that same ovation.
I have not dyed my hair in some time, just so you guys know. I feel like if you look at it, those of you guys watching on YouTube, take a look.
It's lighter.
It definitely looks like it's getting grayer, okay, here in the back, I think. And while I have been told by my girlfriend and my daughters, hey, Dad, it's time to color your hair, I'm like, you know what? I don't really mind it that much.
Let it go, Cappy.
Just let it go. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter, Instagram. Don't forget our sponsor, Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. We're holding it up now. They're the home of the hardwood. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-624-FLOOR or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Take it away.
Thanks, Christopher. All right, so I meant the wrath of George because this Radio Tinder question I have might have him a little bit fired up. So Pat Bev on his Pat Bev podcast, he always likes to say controversial things, but he seems to think that it's the Lakers' fault that Russell Westbrook doesn't have a job. Here's what he said.
On God, it's up what happened to Russ. And Russ got a bad take because of that Lakers team. That's the truth, bro. You talk to T. Lou. T. Lou did an interview with I love Russ. Ever since Russ left the Lakers, bro, he's been on a minimum, bro. We've never seen this ever. We've never seen a player who's been the MVP, who's impacted the game, who they call him names and tell him he can't shoot, go to the playoffs, shoot 40% with the Clippers the very next year, right? Take a less demeaning role with the Lakers, take a less demeaning role with the Clippers. He's been a sixth man ever since he's left the Lakers. He's a starting point guard in the NBA. He's arguably one of the top 3 point guards to ever play the game. You tell me this man can't get on the team? All because he's passionate? All because if you talk to anyone around the league, Russ is the best teammate I ever had. I talked to Paul George. Hey, P, Pat, you go love Russ. Austin Reeves, Russell Westbrook, one of the best teammates I ever had. What the are we talking about? Why isn't this man on the team?
So my question to you, both of you guys, but especially George, is why does he think it's the Lakers' fault? And do you agree with him?
Well, I guess they were on the team together, right? Weren't they? Or did I miss those years? Did I mess those years up?
I don't think
but anyway,
they were, but
here's what I would say. Russell Westbrook, the majority of his career, he was an athletic phenom, okay? And his ability as an athletic phenom, while still incredibly athletic for his age, every year it probably loses let's just call it 1%, right? So when your game is predicated on athleticism and not he's not some sort of, he doesn't have this great shooting prowess. Defensively, he can come in and out of games at times. I think that his skill set has eroded slightly enough that without him having a great shooting touch or being a good defender, I think that those things don't allow his game to translate as well as he's aged. Now, you can argue about the teammate stuff. I don't know Russ like that, so I'm not going to try to put myself in that situation because I don't know. I will say what's been reported over the years, that guys eventually he wears thin on guys. I mean, I trust that reporting even though I don't know it personally, right? There's too many people saying the same thing for it not to at least have some semblance of truth to it. So, yeah, I think all those factors combined have put us in a position where Russell Westbrook is not on a team. And I think he will be on a team. I think the Kings will take him if I had to pick a team that will take him. But, yeah, I just don't think that he plays a style of basketball that is conducive to winning in this regard. He needs the ball in his hands. His athleticism has declined ever so slightly, and that was the strength of his game. So I think all those factors combined with the stuff that's been reported, I think puts him in this situation.
Well, for me, let me start off with this. Everything I'm about to say, on God. Okay, so I want to start.
I have to,
because on God is a thing that I like to say. Okay, my
on
group,
God for real.
My group chat with my children is called On God for Real. So when somebody says on God, I like to repeat on God. Look, Russell Westbrook was a terrible teammate for the Lakers. That's just all there was to it. Russell Westbrook, when he was with the Lakers, was a terrible teammate. How do I know that? Remember the night that LeBron broke Kareem's all-time scoring record and there was some kind of ruckus in the locker room before the second half, and Anthony Davis was so upset that he was sitting on the bench pouting while everybody else was celebrating LeBron as the Lakers were getting ready to lose to Oklahoma City that night? Russ was a bad teammate for the Lakers. However, George, it seemed like last year the Denver Nuggets guys, they all seemed to celebrate Russ.
No, Cappy.
Not
not at the end. There was a lot of, the reporting that was out there.
I remember the playoffs, and I remember Ramona's reporting about what was going on. I remember
that's what I'm
that.
saying.
Yes.
There was, and it wasn't just Ramona. But Ramona was leading the charge on that initially. But there was plenty of reporting that things did not necessarily go great towards the end of the season.
So here's why Russ doesn't have a job in the NBA. Because anybody who's a championship contender doesn't want to take the risk of bringing a cancer into their locker room. I'm not saying he's going to be. I'm saying he has been. So that's why he doesn't have a job. And for you say Sacramento, George.
I do think Sacramento will bring him.
If I'm him, if I just want to play because I want to get a run in, then I'll go play and I'll get paid and I'll play for a team like Sacramento. If I want to win and pursue a championship, guess where I'm not going? Sacramento.
I don't think he has a choice. That might be the only team that wants to
Well,
sign
but
him,
that's
right?
my point is if I were him, I wouldn't just go play just for the sake of playing. Unless you just love basketball so much and you love money so much.
He's 36 years old, and his game is predicated on athleticism, and that has slowly but surely declined over the years because it would for anybody.
Thank you, Wins. Radio Tinder, 843. Radio Tinder made possible by our friends at HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Wins, tell us about our friends, more of our friends at Stella Rosa, please.
I would love to. So football season is one of the best times of the year, and Stella Rosa is here to make your game day even sweeter. Just remember, when you're drinking Stella Rosa, you want to chill it before you open it. And here's a fun tip. You can enjoy Stella Rosa chilled or over ice, but you can also mix things up and make some really delicious wine cocktails, which is what I plan to do for my spooky Celebrate Halloween celebration. The fruit flavors and the lightness of the wine make them the perfect cocktail base. And now, if you're stuck trying to decide which flavor to grab, let me give you my favorite right now, Stella Rosa Cranberry. It's perfect for the fall. Plus, this season, Stella Rosa wants to take your game day to the next level. They're giving you the chance to win an unforgettable trip to one of the biggest college football games of the year right here in LA on January 1st. Tickets to the game, hotel accommodations, flights, ground transportation, and even some extra spending cash. Enter now at stellarosa.com/tailgate2025. Remember to celebrate responsibly. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Thank you, Lindsay. 8:45 in the morning, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. On a Wednesday, our friend Abner Gat is going to drop by for the YouTube-only hour coming up in a few minutes. Plus, we're going to talk a little college football, I think, right? We're going to do a little pigskin real quick.
Maybe a little college
before Sedano gets out of here. And we're going to have fun with it. And frivolity. From BitBoy and all of you. Yeah.
BitBoy is having fun and frivolity.
I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
8:45. Smile. It's Wednesday, you scumbag.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
LAX, Los Angeles International Airport, where change is in the air. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Everyone knows Earl Hershiser has won numerous awards for his performance on the field. But off the field, he's a great humanitarian, a true friend and partner of mine, and a real bulldog when it comes to business.
Baseball taught me to work hard and respect people. Rotolo Chevrolet does both, and that's why I joined the team.
Rotolo Chevrolet has been Dealer of the Year for 12 straight years. Like Earl, we know something about winning.
I believe they call that a dynasty.
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room. Pre-game with friends on game days inside Century Bar and Grill and enjoy daily lunch specials or catch up over a late-night dinner. Step into Ray's Lounge and enjoy live music, DJs on the weekends, and savory crafted cocktails. The only spot where you can park, party, and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino now open. Located next to the Forum at SoFi Stadium and the all-new Intuit Dome. For more info, go to playhbc.com or follow them at PlayHBC. Must be 21 plus to enter.
The Dodgers.
Playoff baseball on ESPN LA is powered by Clean Power Alliance, delivering clean energy to over 3 million residents and businesses. Learn more at cleanpoweralliance.org.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. You know, we joke around a lot that I almost died, which I almost did. I had severe heart failure. That's when I went to a Providence hospital in the emergency room. And here's the thing about heart care. It begins with trust. That's why Providence takes the time to listen, understand, and earn yours before making any decision about your care. For me, if it wasn't for Dr. Cobb and Katie Cornella at St. Joe's in Orange, they made me trust them and they made me know. And my health and my life were going to be even better once I got out of the hospital. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:48, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We know Sedano loves the oldies.
It's a good song, though.
On this day in 1966, the number one hit, Levi Stubbs and the Four Tops. Reach out, Cappy, and I'll be there.
The Four Tops.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
All tops.
Wow, I didn't even go there.
I wasn't going
I wasn't
anywhere.
going to disrespect one of the greatest groups in Motown.
Who's disrespecting?
But yeah, the Four Tops. Sounds like a Saturday night. Never mind.
Yeah. Be there.
Also on this day in 1999, Fight Club was released in theaters.
Oh, good movie.
Don't talk about Fight Club. That's the number one rule, right?
The number one rule is not to talk about Fight Club. Yes.
Did you ever see that movie, Cap?
Nope.
Because you don't read
Are
any
you
books.
serious?
You never saw Fight
Really?
Club? Really?
I mean, I saw little pieces of it.
How do you
There
only watch
are
pieces?
some movies. There are some movies that I have not seen that I'm like, dude, sit down and watch the entire movie. I'll give you an example. Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh,
You've never
great
watched
Wow.
it.
You haven't seen that
not
either?
the entire thing. I know it sounds weird. Like, how could you only see a piece of it? It's
I mean,
like one of
Margot
those things where
Robbie's in it. You should watch it just for that.
I know. I fell asleep.
It's a really, really good movie.
You fell asleep during Wolf of Wall
Well, because
Street?
I probably turned it on at the wrong time. I'm in bed. You know, I got past the Matthew McConaughey intro with him and Leo, where they're, he's telling him what to do every day, how to, get through one of
Talk
those
about the
kinds of days.
Perico a lot, too.
The what?
He does the Perico right at the table.
Yes.
He sniffs Ron the Caddy's keys right at the table.
YouTube chat calling him Ron the Keys.
Ron the Keys. There you
Is that
go.
what they call him now?
Oh, hey, Cappy, real quick. We got our Abner Gat hats on because he's going to join us in just a moment here in studio. Why don't you tell us about our friend Abner Gat?
Abner Gat's the man. He's going to walk in, as you just mentioned. But here's the thing about Abner Gat, and I'm sure he'll tell us about this. Listen, we had some really serious rain here over the last day and a half or so. And when you have water damage, that's when you need to call Abner Gat, because he really understands the complexities of insurance claims, and I assure you that you do not. And I don't. Yesterday, my daughter got into a car accident. She's fine.
Okay.
But I literally was on the phone with her and the insurance company for an hour, because none of us know what we're really supposed to do when these kinds of things happen. So when disaster strikes, Abner Gat is there for you. If you're feeling abandoned because your home insurance company is saying, hey, listen, I know your house got flooded, and I know there was a broken pipe, and I know that there's water everywhere and there's lots and lots of damage, but hey, you know what? You're on your own, pal. If that happens to you, or if let's just say they say, hey, look, we don't want you to use your contractor of choice to fix your house. We want to get you into this contractor who doesn't have really great reviews. Hey, look, you've been loyal to your insurance company for a long time. If they start to treat you like an outsider, Abner Gat will flippy-floppy that thing, okay? He will turn the tables on the insurance company, because we at Abner Gat, we protect homeowners from the games and the fine print that insurance companies are known for. And we cover all of Southern California, ensuring that your voice is heard and your home is restored and put back together the way it's supposed to, not half-ass like they want to do it. Abner Gat. You can visit him online, abnergat.com, or call him 818-917-5256, 818-917-5256. Abner and his family will personally take your calls with their 5-star ratings on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Do not let your insurance company dictate your future. Abner Gat is here to help. And should we all say it at the exact same time? 1,
Hello.
2, 3.
Hello. Oh, thank you, Cappy. 8:52. So Sedano's going to be on ESPN tonight for Mavs Lakers live from Vegas, and then this weekend George is calling UConn Boston College as part of a big college football weekend that includes number 20, our Trojans, USC, at number 13, those stinking golden helmets, Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm. George, big game. Big
Cappy,
game.
I'm
yeah,
worried.
Listen,
I'm worried.
It is, Cappy. I think, I talked about this earlier this week. I do feel that if they win, it's fantastic. If they lose, the world is not over, because to me, the Big Ten is a much bigger deal for them. It does put them a little bit in harm's way because it'll be their second loss. But in a perfect world, yes, they win, but I don't think it's the end of the world even if they lose on the road to Notre Dame.
May not be the end of the world, and your point is made that it's not the end of the season, okay? But let's think about it the opposite way. Let's say USC goes on the road. They're playing against a Notre Dame team that is highly ranked, and more highly ranked than USC is. And let's say they win this game, okay? It also doesn't ensure or guarantee an automatic road to the playoff because there's still a lot of football to be played.
There's still a lot of football to be played,
and there's Oregon. And honestly, over the last 2 weeks, I now believe that UCLA, when they play at the end of the season, will actually be a very competitive.
By the way, UCLA favored this weekend
against Maryland.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
So I
Bergman's going to be unbearable if UCLA wins.
It's going to be amazing.
They're going to win.
They're going to win. It's going to be amazing.
What if Maryland, Jerry Neuheisel with that perm and that soft face of his, I can't take any more of it.
Yeah, you can't, huh?
Straight to the playoff.
8:54. Abner Gat is in studio. He'll be joining us in the YouTube hour. Good morning, Abner.
Hi, Abner.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
How do you like the hat that I am wearing and that Chris is wearing?
I'm more impressed with your glasses.
You like them, huh?
Frame. Yeah, I like them.
They're blue light glasses so that, I don't get headaches at the latter part of the day from looking at computer screens all day.
Okay.
You like them? They look good?
Yeah, I thought that you need something that doesn't take reflection from green, but that's okay.
No. When it comes to reflection from green, I want that. Give that to me.
Yes.
Blue, keep it away.
Yes,
green,
but still,
bring it
you
to
want
me.
to count it, so
yes,
you
I
need
do.
the right glasses. They're beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hey, Abner, I want to just ask you real quick. We were in the middle of this conversation about college football, but real quickly, because it's been raining so much here in the last couple of days, water damage. I just talked about it here for a second.
That's crazy. We're getting a lot of calls regarding water damage due to rain. And I would like to remind to people that when it's raining and it's the rain landed outside your home and then the water is seeping into your home, usually it's not a covered loss under homeowners insurance. For this, you need to buy flood insurance. That's the difference between flood and water damage. And people that getting this water seeping into their home should insure themselves for flood.
And we'll talk about it more in the YouTube hour. Eisen's coming up at the top of the hour here, terrestrially on 710. And we continue at ESPN Los Angeles on YouTube and the all-new ESPN LA app. You're listening to us on the app. Stay there, Jack.
Squirrel, win this game day with Amazon Pickup. Need that new football jersey for the big matchup? With Amazon Pickup, you can collect your order from secure Amazon lockers or counters near you and on your schedule. Whether you're running from work, home, or straight to the tailgate, Amazon Pickup makes it easy and worry-free at no extra cost. Don't miss kickoff. Grab your gear and packages when it works for you. Find your nearest Amazon Pickup location at amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Did you know that Children's Hospital Los Angeles offers breakthrough epilepsy procedures for kids who have failed other therapies? As Southern California's only all-pediatric Level 4 epilepsy center, CHLA is leading the way in the newest treatments and creates a personalized game plan for each child. So put seizures on the sideline and help your child get back to being a kid. To learn more, visit chla.org.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
What's going on? It's Beto Duran, and I love rolling around in my Toyota. Tacoma, to be exact, and right now it's Trucktober. If you're in the 818, go check out the All-Stars at Northridge Toyota. In the 626, it's all about Wondries Toyota. And right now, Trucktober is here for you. Lease a brand new 2025 Tacoma for just $164 a month or 36 months plus tax. Northridge Toyota or Wondries Toyota. Serving all of SoCal sports fans, they make it easy.
Lease excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, and dealer options and changes. $59.99 cash or trade equity down. Expires 10/31/25.
Tonight at 10/9 Central on BET, the new series 106 in Sports.
Oh, it's on now.
From executive producers LeBron James and Maverick Carter.
A new top 5 sports countdown. Ooh.
Ooh-wee.
Girl, we about to kill it.
With hosts Ashley Nicole Moss and Cam Newton.
We are talking sports, culture, and entertainment.
We got people from the NFL, they're coming from the NBA.
And don't forget the WNBA.
106 in Sports. New series premieres tonight at 10/9 Central. Only on BET.
Come out for a day of golf and fun and support the men and women who fight for our freedom. On Tuesday, November 11th, the Pacific Palms Resort in the City of Industry will play host to the 2025 Land of the Free Foundation Veterans Day Golf Classic. All proceeds from the tournament will go directly to the charities who support the men and women of our armed forces. For more info on the tournament, please visit landofthefreefoundation.org or call 562-833-4361. That's landofthefreefoundation.org.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One N.A. member FDIC.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
1, 2, 3.
Yamamoto fires. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Ball game. And the Dodgers have taken a 2-game-to-none lead in this best-of-7 National League Championship Series. Yoshinobu Yamamoto goes the distance, and the Dodgers won it 5-1.
The Sedano and Kap morning show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
A little sabor? Give me a freaking break.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the güero on the radio.
No.
Giant Mexican, horn section.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Our guy, Ben Brust, ESPN Wisconsin, was a guest this morning on the Blue Review.
Which might be labeled, you guys should do one in Milwaukee called the Brew Review.
Right. Well, I don't know that we're going to do it this way because, Morales, you may lose it with this. Cappy, Sedano, you may not like this either. Lindsay Baseball. Do you know that while Ben was in the waiting room, waiting to get into Zoom, one of the hosts, we still have not uncovered who.
No, it was me.
Started complaining.
No, I purposely did it so we could ramp up this bit.
Chris is consumed in life with starting fights with people.
That's exactly
He
true.
is absolutely consumed. And ending relationships.
But, Cappy's Cal Riley's a wall scraper, a roof scraper when he hits home runs. Cappy's more of a toilet scraper in the morning.
Yep.
But, we document that regularly on the show because of him.
5:58 a.m. this morning.
It's very regular.
5:58 a.m. this morning.
Doing this together.
And the Dodgers.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap morning show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right now.
Well, you want to
Bit boy.
Got to win 2 out of 3 in LA to have a chance. That feels monstrous. Monstrous. Just monstrous.
9:02 and 35 seconds. Here we go. The Sedano and Kap morning show on a Wednesday, a wacky Wednesday, Cappy.
It is wacky.
YouTube Hour and on the ESPN LA app. I just saw her in the hallway.
Who?
The Salsa Heina. And I confirmed with her that she's good with the Salsa Heina bit.
Okay.
She said, oh, God, yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's at 9:30 this morning. We'll talk to the Salsa Heina. Plus, we'll do a little dealer's choice.
We'll do Fun and Frivolity, but right now, the legend. I see this man's face every morning and every night when I take my blood pressure and I put on that wrist blood pressure cuff, and staring right back at me is the great Abner Gat, and he's in studio with us. Abner, hello.
Do I control your blood pressure or not?
You make it. It's never been lower since I started using your blood pressure cuff.
I'm going to brand it, after my name. It will be great.
I will wear your face on every piece of my body if you want.
I don't believe you.
Well, Chris and I, we love the hats. Yeah, we absolutely love the hats. In fact, may I make one small suggestion?
Oh, definitely.
So you know how we have the Abner Gat logo on the front of the hat, and everybody's watching on YouTube right now, and they can see the Abner Gat logo, right?
Yes. Do they know what it is?
Well, I don't know, but they can go to
They know
AbnerGat.com.
that they can go. Oh yeah, definitely.
AbnerGat.com. That's all they have to do. But here's my suggestion. Watch this. I'm going to take the hat. I'm going to flip it, okay? Because I like to wear it backwards like this right here. How about if we have Abner Gat here as well?
Definitely. We're going to start to do it right away. It's a very good idea. Yes. In fact, when I have my shirts, I have my logo on the front and in the back, because when I'm with my team at the restaurant and somebody is walking behind me, I would like them to know that Abner Gat is sitting here as well. So yeah, that's a very good idea.
Okay,
we'll do
yeah, because I love these hats, and Samuel L. Jackson wears them like this, backwards like this, right? Michael Jordan used to wear his hats backwards like this. Spike Lee wears them, and so I feel like right, and I feel like I want to be cool like those guys, and so if I had Abner Gat on the back of the hat, then I could flip it.
All for it.
Okay?
Now, Abner, I have a question. We're going to get to actual business here in a moment and how you can help people as you always do. By the way, one of the best interviews I've ever done in my career was our Meet the Partner podcast.
Thank you. Did you enjoy it me?
I enjoyed it, and soon it'll be on the ESPN LA app, and I think we're going to air it this weekend as well again. But here's the thing. Imagine for a publicity photo for all of us and the partnership between Abner Gat and ESPN LA and Cappy and myself, that we have the hats, all three of us, and nothing else, but the hats are covering a certain area.
Which area?
Cappy, get up and symbolize. Take off. You don't need your headphones. You could just stand up and do it. You're not doing it, Cappy?
Oh, wait. I had to take my headphones off for a second because I had to fix my hat.
Oh.
It was a little uneven. What were you saying? You want to take the hats and you want to put them in a certain area. I heard that.
Right, but all three of us in a photo with just the hats.
Right.
Abner, you in?
Listen, you already, got me into doing some stupid stuff before, so I need to be very careful when I'm saying I'm in, Everybody can watch it on, on YouTube, how I was dancing.
You mean at the Mandy Awards?
Yes.
The good thing for me is I don't remember the Mandy Awards.
Yes, but I don't drink, so it was very hard for me to forget.
And now I don't drink either after the Mandy Awards.
Well, so Chris has this whole concept of me, you, and him all dressed a certain way. Would you say it like that?
I mean, Abner's not really biting on the bit.
No.
So maybe it's just you and I.
Yeah, and then we cover, with the hat.
You can add me later on. There is AI today. You can add me later on.
We could
AI
you.
That is true.
Right. People don't even say Photoshop anymore. They just say you can AI me.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm going to look much better there.
Maybe, or maybe the real thing is better. You never know.
I don't know. Didn't you just celebrate a birthday here about a week and a half ago?
Happy birthday, Abner.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Right.
Should I give you the address for the gifts, or
sure.
how does it work here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, your birthday was, today's October 15th, so what are we, about 10 days ago, October 6th? Do I have it right?
I didn't think about it, but I can give you my telephone number, which is on all of my age, which is 818-917-5256.
Very good.
And you can just Zelle me the gift.
One more time with that phone number.
818-917-5256.
And if somebody needs help, and we talked about this a lot in the Meet the Partner podcast, you actually pick up the phone. And there's a reason for that.
Yes, there is a reason why I pick up the phone myself. It's that, out of every 100 calls, I am basically actually go to see 10. So 10% is what I'm getting out of all the calls. And it's because I really would like to make sure that when I am going to see a client, there is a good chance that I will be able to assist them. Many times clients call me with issues that I know that all the mistakes were already made on the claim because people are trying to negotiate claims themselves, and they're making all the mistakes possible just by them thinking that they know what they're doing, and usually they don't. And when they call me, all the mistakes were done, and I basically know that I will not be able to assist them, and I will not be able to get them the results that they want or that they deserve. So I just tell people that it's too late for me in the game, and I direct them some other ways. Everyone that call me will get assistant. They will get a number to call, a name to call. If it's not me, they will get the address where to go in order to get assistant. So I do screen the people, screen the callers, and I would like to make sure that the people that I pick are people that I will be able to help and impress them with my ability to get from the insurance company what they owe.
So here's an interesting little side note to all of that. Sometimes you might call Abner, and Abner might say to you, hey, this is not something you should put in for an insurance claim.
That is true.
In fact, I know this firsthand because a lot of people have seen the video on Instagram where I told the story about this massive flood we had at this new house that we'd bought. And I was telling the story about how I had to try and find a way to turn off the water. And when I opened up the water thing on the street, this guy told me, he goes, get ready. He goes, because all these cockroaches are going to come flying out of it. So now I got to take my hand, put it in about 12 inches of water to try and turn the valve, and cockroaches, dude, are flying out everywhere. But I got to be a real man in the moment. I have no choice.
It's very hard.
I have to turn this. It's very hard.
For you.
For me, because I'm not mechanical, number one. I have virtually no skills when it comes to being handy, okay? And I was grossed out by all the cucarachas. So anyway, I put my hand in, and I turn the valve, and I got a plumber on the phone. He's telling me what to do. And it's dark.
Virtual plumber.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, he became a virtual plumber, right? And it was 10 o'clock at night, so it was dark out. And I got these neighbors that they're the ones that called me, and they're standing there watching me. So I got to be a real man, and I got to stick my hand in the water, and cockroaches are flying out. The next day, true story, Rachel and I said, this is where Abner Gat comes in. I said, Abner will know what to do. And her question was, should we make an insurance claim? Do you remember this phone call?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Yes, I do remember.
And so
how can I forget?
But just because I want people to understand that you're not going to take everybody's call / turn it into a client.
I'm taking everybody's call, but I don't push them or suggest that they will open a claim. In your situation, and in other situation, I always explain to people there are things that you need to take into consideration. Some of them, it's like everybody has a deductible on their policy. What if to resolve the situation, it's less than your deductible? Second, you have a chance that by you opening a claim, your insurance company don't want you as a client anymore because they're saying, you know what, this guy is just opening claims left and right. There is a good chance that one day we'll have to pay him something, and they don't want you as a client. So there is a risk that you will lose your policy with this specific insurance company, and then it will be very hard for you to get another policy. So I'm telling people, think about it as a business. Will you risk the chance not to have a policy for $5,000, for $10,000? Where is the limit that you would say, you know what, beyond $10,000, I will go ahead and open a claim? If I feel that it's not a claim at all, I will tell you that I do not recommend you to open a claim or to think about it 5 times because you might lose your policy. In your case, I felt that it's not big enough in order to go ahead and open a claim, and you could do it with your own resources without opening a claim.
Yep, and that was really good advice. It really was.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lindsay, I don't know if you realize this or not, but Abner and Familia, they, like you love Chewy. They love their dogs. Got 3 of them. Got 3 of these dogs.
Yeah, that's our life.
My dog is my life, too. Cappy teases me all the time because my dog's like my only friend.
Well, what I'll say to her is, she'll say, like, hey, I'm going to bring somebody. Are you bringing Chewy?
Yeah,
This is her +1.
Yes.
This is her +1. That's exactly right. So, like, for the Mandy's, for example, I would say to Lindsay, I go, are you bringing a date? She's like, no. I'm like, you're not going to bring Chewy?
It would have been funny to bring him in like a little tux, a little dog tux.
Yes.
But it's kind of hot.
Walk him down the red carpet.
It would be funny.
What kind of dogs do you have? You got 3
By the way,
yes,
you
sir.
know that the first time that I came here to the studio, one of your managers or owners of the station came to me, and that was the first time that I met him. He shook my hand, and he said to me, "Where is Louis?" And I was a little bit caught off guard, and I said, "What do you mean, where is Louis?" He said, "I read about you. I checked you on the internet, and you everywhere you go with Louis, which is your dog." and I said, wow, this guy really did his homework, and, maybe I failed the test of how much I love my dog, because he's not here with me. But if you come to my office, you will see that my entire office is set for my dogs. There is a sofa for them, and there is a recliner for them, and there are steps that they can climb on everything, and there is a sign over there that somebody that come to visit me and he is important enough to sit on my sofa, then in front of him there is a sign that tell him that me and my dog talk shit about him.
Luckily, we're in the YouTube hour, so that's okay.
Yeah, you can say that.
You can say that.
You didn't dump that, did you?
Even if it wouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, the dump button doesn't work during the YouTube hour.
Can say that.
Yeah,
my finger did slide right to the dump button.
Right.
So Abner, if I brought Chewy in, then they could be friends and they could be Louie and Chewy.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe we'll change the name of my company.
That's a good idea,
So
Louie
what?
and Chewy.
Or open another one.
Oh yes, let's just open
Yeah,
another
and then you will
company.
have another client.
Right, Louie and Chewy.
Louie and Chewy. Wow, that's great.
I do like that idea. So you have
Cappy's,
3 dogs.
Cappy's got a lot of LLCs. We'll just create another
We
LLC.
can create another LLC for you in a matter of seconds. Don't worry about it. I got you.
Abner liked the LLC bit. He liked that one. He knows what kind of guy Cappy is.
He does understand. He knows.
He got it.
So 3 dogs. How old are these dogs?
3 dogs. We have Louis, who is 13. We have Benji, who is 6. And we have Lovely that we don't know her age because we basically inherit her from a friend that left this world for another world, and she put in her will that the dog should go to the Gat family, which we are honored. She is a beautiful dog. She's a Yorkie, and she just brings a lot of love and joy to the family. She's amazing.
So you mean to tell me that a family friend, passed away, and in her will, she wanted you guys to have the dog?
Specifically, my wife, Abner Gat, yes.
So that means you guys are great dog parents because otherwise, they wouldn't leave their child to you.
I would love to believe so, and I hope that it's true. Yes, we are doing our best. We just, dogs are, I was asked before I came to the studio, what can stress me? Because I'm in the world of claims and insurance and non-payment and denied claim, and people are stressed when they are calling me. And I said, that doesn't stress me because I know how to fix it. But when a dog is looking at you and you feel that the dog does not feel well, this can stress me a lot because I don't know what I need to do next in order to make the life of my dog better. That can stress me. But other than this, if you have a claim, I know how to handle it. I know how to do it better. I know how to get you the money. Call me, 818-917-5256, or go to callavner.com.
I love that. Callavner.com. Abner Gat, the great Abner Gat. Thank you so much for being a partner. Thank you so much for stopping by this morning.
Thank you.
On the
Thank you
Sedano
very
Kap
much
Morning
for
Show.
having me.
I really want to get on one of those billboards with you and Nira, by the way.
Okay.
You know what?
Why won't we do it like that?
Well, you want to make that the billboard?
We'll take the picture.
We'll take the pictures.
And the dogs.
And the dogs.
So it'd be like Abner and all of his dogs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
And he's got his 3 dogs, and then
That's
there's
great.
Mia Morales on leashes.
And we will put the slogans, you don't want to be bite by us.
Oh, I like it.
That's good.
He's a great marketing man.
Yes.
Abner, thank you for coming by.
Thank you.
The Sedano
Abner, great
Kap
to
Morning Show.
see you, man.
Same here.
I want one of those quarter zips, too.
Yeah. Because, you see, I'm wearing my Felix Chevrolet, my friends at Felix Chevrolet, of course, the big cat, Felix Chevrolet jacket. So now I wear the hat. Let's give me a quarter zip, then we'll sport it every day.
And I last night was charging my phone and my AirPods with the Abner Gat charger, and I've got the other charger. But you see, the other charger only has the iPhone 16 or whatever. Is
or
the
Samsung.
USB-C. Is that what it's
Yes,
called? USB-C?
yes.
Yeah,
But this
USB-C.
one, the Abner Gat, the original Abner Gat, has USB-C and the previous iteration.
Very hard to get them anymore.
Yeah, so I have the AirPods on this one, and I got the phone on this one. These are great. I love these, man. Your promotional items are the best.
They are the best. 9:17 in the morning, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show, our YouTube and ESPN LA app hour, where we will continue in 90 seconds from right now, right here on ESPN LA.
The Lake Show lives here.
Tonight, the Lakers preseason makes a stop in Sin City for a battle with the Mavs.
Luka into the front court. Step back. 3-pointer by Luka. Good.
It's Lakers Mavericks from Las Vegas, Nevada. Coverage begins tonight at 6 p.m.
thought I told you time and time again that we won't stop.
Your Lakers, your season, your home. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, Cappy here. When disaster strikes, you need an ally who truly understands your needs. Abner Gat is here to help you navigate the complexities of insurance claims. Are you feeling abandoned because your home is unlivable and your insurance company isn't cooperating? Or perhaps you're being pressured to use a contractor with poor reviews. You've been loyal to your insurance company for over 20 years, yet now they treat you like an outsider. Abner Gat knows how to turn the tables. We protect homeowners from the games and fine print that insurance companies are known for, and we cover all of Southern California, ensuring your voice is heard and your home is restored. Visit AbnerGat.com or call 818-917-5256. Abner and his family personally take your calls with 5-star ratings from Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Don't let your insurance company dictate your future. Abner Gat is here to help. Visit AbnerGat.com or call 818-917-5256. Abner Gat, your claim, our game.
Sedano and Kap have taken over Morning Drive on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
All is good. Okay. On the brand new Sedano and Kap morning show. Yeah.
Back to the guys.
9:19 in the morning. Good morning, the Sedano and Kap morning show. Thank you to Abner Gat for dropping by on this day. In 1998, the number one hit, Cappy, Bare Naked Ladies. Remember them?
I do.
We could be the Bare Naked Ladies one day.
You're going to be the Bare Naked.
Yeah, we might be.
On the Abner Gat billboard.
1 week, Cappy. Meanwhile, we got some breaking news in the NBA, which will make us chuckle. And we'll get to the Dodgers in just a moment. Don't forget, around 9:30-ish, the Salsa Hyena is going to join us. And we'll tell that whole story.
That's a great story.
I can't wait for that story. And we're going to taste some of the salsa.
Beautiful.
And that's not a euphemism, Cappy.
No. Oh, no, that's real. We're gonna eat the salsa for sure. Hey, so while we were talking, this is in the 8 o'clock hour. And by the way, a very quick timeout here. You know, for everybody that's in our YouTube chat, sometimes we're going to bring on interesting people outside of just sports. And our partners, like Abner Gat, he's an awesome guy to have in, and here's why. Because while one person is expecting us to talk college football or NBA basketball or the Dodgers from last night, there's one guy out there that's going, oh, my God, I didn't even know about Abner Gat. Or, oh, my God, I do have all this water damage. And, wow, thanks a lot, guys. I really needed that. So I'm telling you, just everybody, for those of you that bitch about everything, just cool the jets.
Well, guess what? They're there, right?
Yeah, they are there.
As I like to always say, go listen to something else if you get that big of it. There's so many choices, and yet you're here every morning with us.
It's not just that. It's like, I'm telling you, there's a value. It may not be for you directly at this moment, but there's a value for somebody that's out there listening and watching. All right. So we're talking in the 8 o'clock hour about the NBA and about this GM survey that's done. And we were talking about why Russell Westbrook, this happened during Radio Tinder, why does Russell Westbrook not have a job in the NBA? And George said that his athletic skills have eroded enough that he's not really worth it and he can't really contribute, and et cetera, et cetera. And I said, dude, if you want to play basketball, rather than going to your local JCC and just running and playing shirts versus skins, if you really want to play and the only place you can get a job is Sacramento, then go take the job. But George said to us, again, in the 8 o'clock hour, I mean, as if he probably already knew, which is that Russell Westbrook now has, just moments ago, this is breaking, he did in fact sign with the Sacramento Kings.
On God.
On God, for real.
I mean, that is one team that needs a point guard. With no De'Aaron Fox, they need it. They actually need somebody to play point guard on that team.
And really makes George look like an NBA genius.
He is an NBA genius.
Real man of genius.
I'm just saying, I feel like, George,
commercial.
it's like he predicted it. And then seconds later it happened. He manifested it.
Well, you say that, but in actuality.
That's the only team that would have signed him.
No.
It's just the timing.
I think more than that is George does have his radar up around anything NBA news related. And rather than him saying on the air just a few minutes ago, well, I've got a nugget here for you that, Russell Westbrook's going to sign with the Kings. He probably knew and probably said, you know what, I'll make myself look really smart.
It's funny, though, because when I played that Pat Bev sound of him wondering why he doesn't have a team yet, I really didn't know that this was going to happen.
No,
So,
nor did I. In fact, to be honest with you, I'm kind of surprised. If you're the Kings and you need a Russell Westbrook to complete your roster or a player of his skill set, that's one thing. If you're Westbrook and you still want to play, I can't imagine that Russell Westbrook is playing for money because he's made so much during his career. But now it's kind of like a chip on his shoulder. The Lakers kicked me out. I went across to the Clippers. That went okay. I went to the Nuggets. Things were going well till they weren't at the very end. And you know what? I'm still young enough, and I can still play, and I can still earn. And you know what? I'll go to a team where I'm actually needed and wanted, where my veteran leadership is something that a team actually thinks we can get value out of this. So
he just plays so out of sorry, Chris.
No, go ahead.
No, he just plays so out of control, and that's what the issue is on most of these teams. With Denver, he was playing okay, but he also was causing other players like Christian Brown, to get less playing time. So they were putting him in instead. It causes chaos when he's on teams, unfortunately.
See, Russell Westbrook is the kind of player that when you bring him to your organization, you need him to fit in with your culture, not be about his own culture. And I think that's why there was some success in Denver and why in LA it didn't work, because he couldn't fit in.
Yeah. Is there a culture with the Kings, though?
No, there isn't.
Yeah, but that's kind of the problem. Like, what culture is he going to fit into?
No,
he's going to run it again.
Yes, that's right. And maybe that's what they actually need or want.
And we have plenty of time this season to talk about the greatness of the Sacramento Kings. We got to talk about the Dodgers from last night. The big CY, Quentin Yates.
Dodgers.
Quentin Yates is going to pop in studio there. We'll talk about the Dodgers here for a few minutes, who beat the Brewers. And now, even though I have said that Dave Roberts is a gutless scumbag, even though I have said that I will break another Dave Roberts bobblehead, nice guy Dave won me over by leaving Yamamoto in last night. And now I'm going for the broom.
You're going for the broom. So what happens when the Dodgers sweep the Brewers? Here comes the big CY. Oh, look at the big CY. He's coming in. We'll bring the big CY right into this conversation. Oh, and by the way, oh yeah, big CY walking in today, rocking the Colorado hoodie, representing Coach Prime. So while you're representing Coach Prime right there with the Colorado hoodie, I got on the blenders right here.
I saw those.
Yeah, and these are the blue lights.
Okay, so is that helping your vision technically?
No. But what it is doing is I've been noticing that I'm around so much, computer screens and phones and TVs that, like, at the end of the day, I'm like, God, I got this headache. I don't usually get headaches, and I've decided that I think it might be because of all the looking at computers.
The ones I have that are clear like that are blue light too. They refract or whatever they do to make you feel better. It gets into your, like, what is it? The sleeping rhythms, circadian rhythms. Like, it actually helps more things than just your actual eyeball.
And I know everybody on the YouTube chat is like, yo, what's up with the Sally Jesse Raphael glasses?
That's a good bit. That's actually a funny thing coming out of the YouTube chat for once.
Or like, hey, what's up with your grandmother's glasses, bro? And I'm like, yo,
that's amazing.
I think
Sally Jesse Raphael.
I think these things look dope AF, and so much so that, Clinton, you tell me if this is kosher or not.
Okay.
I actually thought about wearing them out, like on a Saturday night, like as a fashionable thing.
Sure. I mean, those are you know how, like, every 10 years there's a pair of glasses that everybody kind of has.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones for, like, I have a pair. I know 3 other people that have a pair too, because they sell them at H&M or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not all blue light refracting, but that particular style is what is in right now.
The kid who
Blenders.
The kid who started this brand.
Yeah.
Here's how his story goes. He went to Target. He bought a $3 pair of sunglasses. He wore them to a club that night. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, those glasses are so cool." He's like, "These are $3 glasses from Target." And in that moment, he had this idea. I'm going to start a sunglass company.
Huh.
He did. He borrowed $2,500 from his roommate. It evaporated in a matter of time. It was prototypes and so on.
Sure.
And he grinded and grinded
That's
and
your
grinded.
kind of story.
Oh, I love this kind of stuff. And now he sold the company to an Italian sunglass company for millions and millions and millions, billions of dollars. And so he sold it, and he still runs it. But I'm telling you, man, it's a great entrepreneurial story.
That's
I love
solid.
it, and I love the products.
That is solid. Well, I was going to you guys were talking about the NBA. I was just going to say something real quick before we got to the Dodgers. Dude, did you see those highlights from Wembanyama yesterday?
No. So Sedano,
you haven't seen this?
No. So Sedano's like, bro, you got to see this dunk that Wemby had, and I haven't seen it.
How do I explain this?
I'm going to look it up.
It's
Look
almost
it up right now, Cap.
It's almost so weird that I'm not sure how much I'm going to like watching this guy play.
What do
He's
you mean?
grown 4 inches. He's 7'7". Do people not understand this? This man is getting larger as he is in the NBA.
And sometimes all you need is 4 inches.
Yeah.
4 inches can make a huge difference.
Monster
Huge
difference. But it's like,
but not on easy 4.
He's out there, and you're just thinking to yourself, like, what is anybody supposed to do? If he doesn't have to jump to dunk, then how are we supposed to defend him? He's going to be the defensive player of the year for the next 10 years in the NBA. It's not even close.
If he stays healthy.
I mean, sure, right. But, like, watch the play. There's a putback. This man literally does not leave the ground and just bang. It's like a dad playing against his kids on a 5-foot rim.
Yeah, on like one of them little Fisher Prices.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm watching it right now. You're right. He barely leaves the ground. And he's 7. Are you saying that he's really actually getting taller?
He has grown since the end of last season. There are multiple documented photographs of people who are old being like, this guy came up to here, or I came up to here on this guy last season, and now he's up here.
Wow.
Other basketball players are talking about the fact that he is looking down upon them. Bojan, the guy with the huge hands, he's like, this dude is looking down at me.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, I'm watching it right now. He literally is about 2 inches off the ground. So between his arm being up and the 2 inches off the ground, that's enough to get to over 10 feet.
It's kind of unfair.
It's pretty crazy, actually. Because
I want to see him in like a. So I told you about that time that when I was covering the World Series, the Spurs happened to be staying at the same hotel we were at.
Oh, did you have 3 days at that hotel?
I can't remember, but I kept looking around.
Clinton's like, what does that mean?
I was like, I don't know what that means. I was looking everywhere because I wanted to see Wembanyama in like a normal space. You know what I'm saying? Like not on a basketball court. Can you imagine if he walked in here? His head would be hitting the TVs.
Yeah.
It'd be insane.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I mean, listen,
that changed my whole view on that guy when I saw that putback dunk.
It's the guy. Here's the thing about Wemby. And before I ever really saw him in the NBA, and he was only this, guy over in France, and minimal highlights. I was like, this guy's so tall, so skinny. He's going to get hurt. And by the way, he's not going to move athletically. Couldn't have been more wrong.
He's not a stick.
Because he's a guy who, even at 7'6" or 7'7", he moves like a guy who's 6'7".
He runs the ball down the court like a point guard.
Yeah.
He went straight at them and just dunked on did a finger roll. Like, didn't even dunk it. I'm like, how does this, his whole physical existence boggles my mind.
Yeah. It is bizarre. Clinton,
yes.
I want to get your opinions on what we're watching right now. So Blake Snell, 8 innings, incredible, historic playoff performance. They were documenting it last night on the television broadcast. They actually compared what Blake Snell did to what Sandy Koufax had done in his career. And they said in the history of, and I say they, TBS was saying, based on their research, in the history of baseball, not just Dodger history, in the history of baseball, Blake Snell's performance in Game 1 was an all-time historic performance. Now, I would never have known that.
Right.
I would have been like, hey, he pitched really well. But they were saying, no, it was the innings, it was the strikeouts, it was the no runs, it was all of it combined. It became a historic performance.
Okay, great.
I actually thought Yamamoto's performance was better. I thought the way that he got through it, I thought that completing the game meant something more than what it might have meant to a guy like Blake. Blake's thrown a no-hitter before, right?
Yeah, he did in San Francisco.
And so
yeah.
I don't know, that seemed like typical for whatever Yamamoto has and what we thought he was going to be, for it to come out in that spot on the road against a team that he has struggled against as well. And this is something I talk about a lot with the Dodgers because people try to overlook and they don't really understand necessarily how the game works. The person I love the most on this team right now, it is very simple. It's Will Smith. The job he's doing, and since he got back behind the dish, completely different team. They're not the same squad without Will Smith behind the plate.
Did you and I not have this exact conversation 1 week ago when I said, for me, my X factor in the postseason is Will Smith, and you actually commented. You said that's a ball knower take. That's what you said. And my answer and my reason for that was because he'd missed some time at the end of the year. He'd worked slowly to get back in. There was no rehab assignment. There was no go down to AAA anywhere. You had to work it all out at the major league level. Plus, you had to get your hand right, and then you had to work your way back in. And Will Smith, to your point, he's one of those guys that's under the radar.
Yeah.
But he's as big a star and as important as anybody on that team.
He's vital. I was talking to Jess Mendoza on the show this morning about it, and she said the point that really struck her about what Will does is not just how he receives the ball, not necessarily his play at the plate, but again, how he handles the staff. And there was a point in that game where he came out there to Yamamoto. He said, get the guy. I got to talk to you. Mid-AB, 2-0. And he's like, Trust me. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling this. Your stuff is good. That's the kind of thing that Will Smith brings to the table that you can't replace. Experience as a catcher in the bigs is a premium as skill as any there is out there. And in the playoffs, it shows up. The Brewers are screwed.
Yeah. Oh, game one of this series, we came all in here yesterday and we're like, blown away by what had happened because I admitted on the air, I was very, very confused by the play in center field. Hits the glove, hits the wall.
The tag up, the non-tag up, et cetera.
Who's supposed to go where, whose job it is, which umpire went to the right place, which catcher went. So there was a lot of controversy through game one, and it was a very close game. And even though the Dodgers had a 2-0 lead going to the bottom of the ninth, once they brought the bullpen in, Sasaki wasn't what everybody thought he was, meaning like he wasn't perfect.
No.
And then Trinan, everybody is like nervous as can be, right? But they wind up getting the win. And so yesterday, we had a lot to talk about from that game. This game yesterday, last night, was such total domination. Even giving up a home run to the first batter and the place going crazy. Yamamoto, for the rest of the game, 2 hits thereafter. Everything that he did to control that game. And the errors and the throwing mistakes that happened early, none of that is a storyline to the game.
No.
Because the storyline is real simple. Yamamoto owned those guys.
This is why I thought it was a better performance, is what I'm saying. Like, this wasn't necessarily a situation where they didn't have it or whatever. What he had to get through to continue, and he scattered 111 pitches like that. What is this, 1993? Guys throwing complete games in playoff? That doesn't happen.
Right.
And for Dave to not only trust him, but what I would say to empower him in a scenario like that, I thought was brilliant. This is why Doc is the guy who he is because he understands his players as good as any manager has, period.
Well,
in the last 10 years in the big.
And that's just it. And people complain during the regular season about Dave Roberts. I try and say to people all the time, you guys don't get it. He's ultra, ultra loyal to these guys. He believes in these guys. That's why in the first round, when he starts to go to the bullpen, you go, well, why is he doing the exact same thing with the exact same players that he did during the regular season that didn't work? It's real simple because he says, we got here with these guys. We're going to get to the end with these guys, and I trust them as bad as they've been.
I'm looking forward to talking to him, man. That guy is really – I just felt like, that look he gets on his face when he's, like, locked in, and he was at the top step of the dugout, and he's just looking. And I'm like, ooh, Dave is in the zone right now as far as all the button pressing is going, and it's showing up with the team.
I think they tied him in the corner to make sure he couldn't pull the pitcher out. That's what I think.
Well,
I mean, look.
But why do you think, though? Why do you think that one night, as brilliant as Blake Snell was, that he pulled Blake, but he didn't pull Yamamoto?
One, because it was game one. Number two, that game was already wacky. And number three, Yamamoto needs that. You know how they say certain guys need certain things to happen? That was another scenario.
All right, the big CY is in the house.
You can hear Quentin and Friends each weekday on the ESPN LA app and, of course, on ESPN Radio and on ESPN News, correct?
Or the app, I don't know. Where they show it somewhere because the cameras are in there.
Somewhere.
Whatever. I was showing off my Vans on the camera yesterday.
The big CY.
Today, what am I wearing today? Today I'm just wearing these.
Okay, see those Vans? Me and
These
Chris,
are basics.
we rock Skechers. We're Skechers guys.
Really? Thank you, Quentin, for stopping by. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow or Friday.
I'll be here tomorrow.
Some point you'll be here. We know that.
Man. We always want you.
All right, coming up next, another great partner of ours, and this one is very special, and even the mongrels in the YouTube chat will like it because it's one of the best salsas I've ever eaten. And I'm not a huge salsa guy, Cappy. I shouldn't say that. I'm a huge salsa guy. I'm not a huge hot guy. I don't like to burn my face off. But this salsa is so amazing, and we've dubbed Jerry, the owner, who you spoke with last week, and we're going to tell the story of Amor Salsita. We've dubbed her the Salsa Hyena, and she's got treats for us. That's all coming up next in just a minute and a half right here on the YouTube Hour on the ESPN LA app.
The Lake Show lives here.
Tonight, the Lakers preseason makes a stop in Sin City for a battle with the Mavs.
Luka into the front court. Step back. Three-pointer by Luka. Good.
It's Lakers Mavericks from Las Vegas, Nevada. Coverage begins tonight at 6 p.m.
I thought I told you time and time again that we won't stop.
Your Lakers, your season, your home. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app. 710 ESPN, the home of the purple and gold.
And the home of the biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland.
Bronny James. All right, so I tell people this all the time. When we go on the road, the most popular player on our team is LeBron.
Yes.
Number 2 is a tie between Luka and you,
wow.
Bronny.
Yeah.
The particularly young people love to see you, and you come, you get off the bench, and the crowds go crazy. How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's a great feeling just to be supported by everyone in the basketball world. So I'm just really thankful.
So you notice it too, though.
For sure. Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Don't miss Mason and Ireland weekdays at noon on 710 ESPN, the ESPN LA app, and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Okay, you could be the hardest core Dodger fan on the planet. You could be the hardest core.
Hardest
that's right,
core.
Hardest core.
More Sedano and Kap.
You could be the hardest
Core of the hardest.
Of all cores, you could be the hardest one.
Right now.
9:38, Sedano and Kap Morning Show. On a Wednesday, our YouTube-only hour, and on the ESPN LA app. And right now, Cappy, first of all, let's do this, because this is like your life story.
Yep.
On this day in 2000, Curb Your Enthusiasm premiered on HBO, and this theme should just follow you around all day.
I know.
The antics that you get, not only that you get yourself into, but then you pull me into. Like yesterday, I was sitting at Lazy Dog for 4 hours.
Yeah. Yeah,
You're
it's good,
Cappy
though.
David.
He is Cappy David.
Yeah, listen, I know that song does resonate. Yesterday when I was just getting reamed all day long on the station about my
You were getting reamed.
ridiculous request to Mike Trudell, I kept thinking to myself, what's the big deal? And what? If they can't, the worst they can say is no, right? That's it. They can just say no. There's no big deal, yes or no. And I could just hear this song playing in the background.
It's the theme song to your life. Right now, though, in studio, a very special guest and new partner here at ESPN LA. The company is Amor Salsita. And her name is Jerry Pompa, the owner. And Jerry is with us.
Hi, Jer.
Good morning, Jerry.
Come on into that microphone. Get on into that thing, girl.
Hello. Good morning.
How
Good
are
morning.
you?
I'm doing well, thanks.
All right. Now, first of all, let's just talk about a couple of things before we get too deep into it. You brought a lot of breakfast burritos.
I brought some for everyone.
I know. And you brought the sausage one. That spells trouble for a guy like me, but that's a different story for a different time. And then you got the no meat version right here. And I suspect you brought these burritos because you wanted us to try the salsa with them, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Very good. So let me ask you, because I met you last week at the Kings game, and I was talking to your fiance, and he told me a little bit. So I wanted, because I think our listeners will find this very interesting. Creating a salsa company is not an easy thing to do. So what was the motivation for starting this company?
So many things. But first and foremost was, the moments that we couldn't make salsa at home and we needed something quick and, we're all busy. We'd go to the store and we'd go to the deli section and all the salsas look the same. They all taste the same. They're all in the round container, same color. And I thought, God, now we got to go home and make a salsa, right? But I thought that there was a demand for a fresh, authentic Mexican salsa.
But I want to just dig in on that because there are so many salsas, to your point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like most people will walk in and they'll go, okay, there's A, B, C, D, and E. There's 5 different kinds. I'll just pick one. You decided, yeah, they're all there, but I think I can actually make a better salsa. Okay, fine. Making a salsa is fine. But then packaging it, marketing it, getting it distributed, that's a very large task. What were you doing professionally as you were trying to figure out this salsa thing?
So I was very fortunate to work for a company called Fresh Source. So I was in the industry. That job allowed me to meet just great people in the industry that allowed me the opportunity. And it's more than that, right? I love cooking. I've been cooking all my life. And I would always bring in chorizo burritos and enchiladas and everything, and my salsa too. And so, they loved it. They would always say, oh my God, your salsa is so great, right? I made a hatch avocado, and if you guys are able to go on to the website, you'll read about our story about my sister and I. During COVID, we had some hatch chilies from the Albertsons roasting event, and we were making some fish tacos, and we needed some salsa. And, of course, we were drinking micheladas too, right? Micheladas in the kitchen. And we came up with this hatch salsa that was amazing. And, of course, we didn't measure anything. We were just throwing things in the blender like Grandma Abuelita taught us to. And so then I had some left over, and I shared it with the neighbors, and I shared it, with coworkers because we were still seeing them, right? And everybody just kept saying, this salsa is amazing.
Okay, but this is a story that, hey, you make really nice chocolate chip cookies. Okay, great. Maybe I should start a business. Most people don't do it. You actually did it. What was the point where you're like, I have a job, I'm in this industry, I make this product, I probably could use my connections to get it distributed. What was that moment for you?
It was somebody high up in the company that said, this salsa is amazing and you need to sell it. You can do it. If anybody can do it, you can do it. And I thought, what? I don't know the first thing about it, right? But just in that moment, I thought, I can do it. And you know what? I want to be my own boss. I want to take care of my family. This could be an opportunity that is going to be good for me and my family. And so I saw it through. At that moment, I went home and I started searching. What does it take, to find a co-packer that's going to make my salsa? Because I'm not going to have a manufacturing plant that's going to make the salsa.
Right.
I need money, right? You need attorneys.
Let's time out on the money part real quick, because going from employee to entrepreneur requires some capital. What did you do?
I reached out to banks. Of course, no one's going to give me money. I don't have any, nothing.
How much did you think you needed?
I didn't even know, to be honest. I thought 20,000.
20 grand.
Like 20,000 is what I thought to start, right?
Okay.
And just in talking to many people, like I said, I work in an industry where there's so many people that were ready to support me. And I found a silent partner that said, let's do this, girl. Believe in your dream. I want your dream to come true. Let's do this. And that's all it took, right? Is now I was able to get an attorney. I started signing non-disclosures. I started looking for co-packers, started creating labels, finding containers. I mean, it took a lot.
How long ago was this?
2022.
Okay, so through COVID, you guys were making your salsa. 2022, this angel comes to you and says, "Hey, let's do this. Let's live the dream." At what point, or maybe are you still working for the same company you were, or have you now left and this is the deal?
Yes, I just recently quit my job in September, and now it's all about the salsa.
And how you feeling? How you feeling now that you don't work for somebody else, and that everything you do, all your energy goes into building something for you and your family?
I feel like there's just this weight lifted off my shoulders. I walk like on air. I feel like, and I'm just excited to just get this growing and get it into people's mouth. I know that once they taste it, they're gonna taste the love, right? The authentic, the freshness. And, I just want people to know that I'm going to promise to keep the integrity of my family's recipes in these salsas. And I've already done that by making 4 of them preservative free. And I think that's a big deal these days.
So when I buy the salsa in the store and I open it up and I use it, and then I put the cap back on, I put it back in the refrigerator, how long does it last?
It lasts for 30 days.
Okay, because it's fresh.
Yes, it's
and
fresh.
No preservatives.
Yep, and the way that we've cooked it, we've made it so that, it has 45 days, but we promise Albertsons, Bonds Pavilions 30 days. But it's.
Let me tell you something, and you guys tell me, because you guys are all listening to this. I heard the beginning part of this story from the fiance, which was, yeah, she worked for this company and then she started this salsa brand. And I was like, okay, I love this kind of stuff. But if you're out there and you're listening, or you're watching on YouTube right now, or you're listening on the ESPN LA app, and you're thinking to yourself, well, I've got a job and I've got an idea and I don't know where to start and I don't have money and all these other things, you can't let that stuff stop you. Don't you think?
I absolutely 100% believe that. That's one thing I want to do, is be an advocate for those, the younger generations. Even now, look, should I say my age?
Yeah, go ahead. I want to know.
For the salsa high note, please say it.
I'm curious, because you're a very pretty lady. Okay, and you're wearing that beautiful ring. You got your Dodger hat on. You're rocking your gear. I'm looking at you. I'm going, I wonder how old she is. I would like to know.
I'm 50.
Girl, give it up.
Give
it up. For those of us in our 50s. And you see, that's another important point, though, is that it's never too late. People are like, I'm 50, it's too late. It's never too late.
Heck no.
Right?
I'm starting, this is like the second part of my life, and I feel like, it's keeping me young. I want to, I just want to leave a legacy for my kids. I want them to see what I'm doing and know that there's no limits. And I've taught them that from the very beginning. My dad taught me that. Don't let people tell you no.
And you know what else is another good one? Is don't let money be the reason that you can't do something. There's a way. and to be an entrepreneur, and most people have jobs, and we understand that because it takes risk, it takes guts, it takes courage, it takes balls. You know what I'm saying? And you got them. you know what and it's just, I just love these kinds of stories because there's a guy riding around right now, I promise you, that is listening to this going, I want to start my own company. And I don't think I can do it, but if she can do it, I can do it. And that's the lesson, I think.
Yes,
I love the story. Jerry Pompa, the owner of Amor Salsita, which is available in Albertsons, Fonz, and Pavilions with us. Cappy, when we get off right at 10, we will try on on social media and IG Live. We'll try the burritos and the salsa. But I want to ask you, Jerry, because it's one thing to create the salsa. It's one thing to get the investment, the packaging. A very important part of the process was now getting into stores. Tell us a little bit about that part.
So, like I mentioned before, I work in the industry, and so there was somebody from Albertsons back in the day that had told me this salsa is amazing, right? And that was only the hatch. So I knew the rest of my salsas were amazing, and I would always bring them all in for people to try, right, in the building. And so then I would keep bugging them. Let me know when you're going to do. Well, first I told them, I'm going to start my own company. I'm going to do this. They said, when you do, bring them in and we'll try them. So I kept bugging. When is your review? When is your reset? Like, let me bring my salsas in. And they did. They said, okay, are you all set up? Everything's ready to go. You are a businesswoman. You have your company going. And I said, yeah. So I did. And I won hands down over about 20 different salsa companies that presented as well. And the Amor Salsita salsas won.
How long have you been in stores?
So we celebrated 1 year in August.
Wow.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
congrats. And
Yeah.
so tell me the stores.
So Albertsons, Vaughn's Pavilions,
Okay.
there's 330 from San Isidro all the way to Mammoth.
Uh-huh.
So you will find one in your neighborhood somewhere.
Okay.
And we're ready to grow too. But I just want to say thank you to Albertsons Pavilions for the partnership.
But then the next part though about getting into stores and now starting to, I'm sure you're spending a lot more money and hopefully you guys are making money. I know how hard it is, especially at the beginning, to even get to break even, but then, now you're working with 710, you're working with us here. And so that's like another level of, hey, now it's time to advertise. Now we can't just wait for people to go to the store and go, hey, this one or that one. We have to tell people why ours is better. And obviously with, the megaphone that we all get to enjoy here, we're going to blow this thing up. So that's another level of success is now having enough money to actually go out and advertise.
Well, and it's investing. It's putting back into the business, right? We're not, we knew we weren't going to make money per se, right? I mean, we're paying bills, but we're putting it towards social media, working with you guys. We knew this was going to be a huge investment and, and a huge partnership. And I'm excited.
Yeah.
I want people eating this salsa while they're tailgating, right? Watching football, basketball, hockey, whatever, you name it.
And I think you and this is your sister, right?
Yep, that's Erica.
Right.
Yep.
So the two of you guys are on the labels. And by the way, I'm going to just make a suggestion, which is use your pretty faces. Seriously, you guys, because it makes it feel authentic. It's like, hey, we're the people behind this. This is not some AI generated face of two people. This is from us, from our family. And with love, we're giving it to you guys. So I think that's awesome. Good for you.
Hey, thank you.
Gosh, I love this stuff.
What is
man.
you mentioned your website to read more about the story. What's your website?
It's www.amorsalsita.com.
AmorSalsita.com. AmorSalsita.com.
Yeah.
Okay?
And I just started following you on your company on IG, right? So you tell the stories on IG and social media, and the videos are great.
Thank you.
Yeah, they really are great.
We make them fun, right? We just try to have a good time and just keep it real. I mean, yeah, that's it.
Well, speaking of keeping it real, I would be curious. You are wearing a Dodger hat. You also brought in, besides all these burritos and all this great salsa, you brought in a lot of Dodger cupcakes. So while we hung out last week at the Kings game, you must be ecstatic with what's going on with the Dodgers.
Super ecstatic. I was, we were in Vegas. We stayed late. We went to Vegas this weekend, and Tommy said, let's book our flight for later, so we can watch the Dodger game. We got home at 1:30, but we didn't care. we were going to watch the game yesterday. Amazing game. And so one of my friends owns a pizza spot at Lamppost Pizza in El Monte, and he says,
we know Lamppost Pizza. Come on,
Jerry,
back in the day, Lamppost Pizza.
Yeah, so I stopped by there when I left you guys the last time we were here, and I was in traffic, so I said, I'm just going to stop in. I haven't been there forever. I grew up in El Monte, And so he's like, what's going on? He's like, you want to join the raffle, during the game or the Dodger game? So I said, yeah. I gave him $40. And he's like, you won the tickets for Thursday's game.
No
Well,
way.
yeah.
You're going to the game Thursday. No way.
That's awesome.
That's so cool. Hey, by the way, Tommy, is that your fiance?
Yeah. Tom and Jerry.
How long that's actually quite cute. How long have you guys been together?
9 years.
Oh,
so,
9 years. Okay,
hello,
so
he saved for this.
Yeah, well, the thing is that I was wondering, did he kind of come late to the party like, hey, I got this salsita queen. You know what I mean? I'm marrying this thing, right? No, he was with you before you were the salsita queen.
But I think I think the salsita thing was like, oh shoot, I better put a ring on it.
Oh
right?
hell yeah, right? Before she gets really loaded.
Before she salsas off.
Now, speaking of which, Jerry, as I mentioned to you in the hallway when I saw you, and thank you for being with us today. We do Torta Thursdays on the show and Heine Fridays, and these are very authentic, but also organic bits, meaning they've just sort of happened. Are you okay with us doing the salsa Heine bit?
I love it, but you have to include Erica, so the salsa Heinas.
Oh,
right?
the Heinas.
Right?
Those
The
Heinas. Those Heinas. Not no Heine.
Yeah,
those Heinas.
Beautiful.
That is great.
Yes, let's do it.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for being part of it. Thank
What
you for
a
all the
story.
treats. We're going to try
What a
it here
story, man.
in a moment. Amor Salsita is the company. You can find it at Albertsons, Vons, and Pavilions. Go on IG. We'll tag you in a bunch of stuff today. Go on IG, follow their stories, go on the website, check it out. It's really an inspiration. And, Cappy and I are both very much into people's stories. And that's why we like to have our partners in. And in this long-form area of the YouTube hour, we could really dig in and kind of tell more than just a 60-second commercial or a live read. We want to be able to tell the story and inspire. Our
That's
fans.
the key word, inspire. Because I promise you, I'm telling you, I've had this experience where this guy comes to me. I swear to you, this guy comes to me every year at Christmas. And he goes, dude, it was 2009. I'm driving down the road. You're telling this story. And the story was called No Fear of Failure. And it was really just about David Wells, who used to be a Dodger pitcher. And I asked him, I said, how do you get over giving up a home run? And his answer was no fear of failure. That was his answer. I go, what does that mean exactly? And he kind of went into this whole thing. And this guy's driving down the road. And he's listening to this story. And he was working for a pest control company. And he thought, I'm fearful that I would leave this job even though I want to start a new company and I think I can do it better. Well, he decided, listening to the radio, I'm quitting my job and I'm starting my own pest control company. Guy's been in business now 16 years, and he comes to me every year at Christmas to thank me. I'm like, dude, I didn't have anything to do with it. He's like, no, it was the story you were telling on the radio. Your story, Jerry, will inspire people. I promise you that.
I love it. I hope it does. Yeah, go for it. Do it.
You're the girl.
Thank you so much, Jerry.
People are complimenting you in the YouTube chat.
Thank you.
Yeah, they think you're hot. Yeah, they think you're caliente.
Good job, Cappy.
Gracias.
That's Espanol, if you didn't know.
Sí sé.
Sí.
It is time for the Dealer's Choice Real
Stay
Deal.
with me here, Jerry.
Brought to you by Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your house before you call an agent? Call Seller's Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer or visit sellersadvantage.com. DRE 0196-1658, Cappy.
Jerry, let me ask you, since you're still here, do you know who a musical act that played over at Crypto.com last night? You have any idea who played? There was a big concert last night. No, you wouldn't know, right?
I was watching the Dodgers.
Of course you were. I was sitting downstairs here at Lazy Dog, and I was seeing the big crowd. I was watching the Dodger game. Do you know who Playboy Cardi is?
No.
Okay, that's good. No, I'm glad you don't. I'm glad you don't. Okay. So Chris and I are sitting at Lazy Dog last night, and this young girl, she's how old do you think this young lady was, the waitress last night? Chris, what do you think? She was in her mid-20s or something like that,
probably,
right?
yeah.
Right. And so she comes over to the table. We're chatting with her just a little bit, and I go, hey, what's going on over at Crypto? Do you know who's playing? And she goes, yeah, Playboy Cardi. And I have this like blank look on my face, and she looks at me and she goes, he's a rapper. just like she was like saying to me, hey, mid-50s white guy, okay? Like, he's a rapper. And I was like, and I had to like immediately come back, and I was like, I know. What do you think I don't know? You think I don't know who Playboy Cardi is? And then in the meantime, I'm Googling, who the hell is Playboy Cardi? I had no idea. So the fact that you didn't know who Playboy Cardi is, that makes me feel a whole lot better. Thank you, Jerry.
Is that your dealer's choice?
That was my dealer's choice.
Right.
And I didn't know who Playboy Cardi was, and she hit me with the, he's a rapper, white guy.
Well, maybe download some Playboy Cardi.
I guess I will have to. You know, speaking of salsa, just real quick, just to finish things off here today, You know what's the most stressful thing I find is when I go to my favorite taco shop and they've got a salsa bar. And they've got those little plastic cups, and then you got to put the caps on top of the plastic cups. And then I got to take the hot carrots, and I got to put them in the plastic bag. And there's like 4 guys waiting behind me like, let's go, pal. Let's go. Hey, guys, I got to take the spoon, put it in the freaking cup, take the cover it up, not spill it. 1, 2, 3 salsas, take the carrots, put them in the bag, and finally walk away. And everybody's standing there looking at me like, let's go. I'm like, what do you want me to do?
You really are Cappy David.
You really are.
What do you want me to do?
Well, guess what? Now you don't have to worry about that anymore. You're going to have salsa in your refrigerator. I'm going to bring you you're a lifelonger.
Okay.
Right?
I want the hatch one. I want the one that you really started with.
So that's seasonal.
Okay.
So we bring it out from August, the beginning of August to the beginning of October.
Okay.
So you just missed it.
All right. Well, we're gonna get off the air.
Yeah.
And then for social, we're gonna try some of these sausage burritos.
Absolutely.
With whatever salsa you tell us we should try.
Okay. What's your favorite though? What do you like? Hot?
I mean, I don't want to like burn my mouth to where I can't breathe.
Yeah.
But I want flavor. I see. Does one of them have pineapple in it?
It has mango.
Oh, mango.
That's the new one we came out with.
Oh, that looks
this
good.
Summer. It's delicious.
Looks so sweet.
I can eat like the whole.
What's that one over there?
This one's the salsa fresca.
See?
It's like a molcajete style, like the salsas you find at the restaurant that
Yeah.
you can just like.
And what about the middle one?
This one's salsa roja hot.
Ooh.
So
Don't do
it's
that one, Cappy.
Delicious.
Yeah?
It's so
I'll
good,
try
so
it.
flavorful.
You're going to try it?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
It's going to get your tummy, though. Cappy's got a very soft stomach.
Yeah.
So we'll see, though. We'll try it out. Thank you, Jerry Pompa, the owner of Amor Salsita. We'll
Appreciate
see
you,
you
Jerry.
tomorrow
Thank
morning
you.
for a Thursday edition, a Torta Thursday edition of the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We begin at 7 a.m. on 7:10 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app. Everybody have a beautiful Wednesday. Cappy, any final thoughts?
Final thoughts are Jerry's awesome, and I can't wait to try her salsa.
All right, everybody. Have a beautiful day, scumbags.